Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. Hope everyone is doing good. Glad to have you guys here for another update, my friends. Hope you guys had a great Easter, y'all. Like I said, it's good to see you guys again here. Hope everyone is doing well. Everyone's doing fine. Hopefully had a good dinner and overall a good Easter, my friends. Hope everyone's doing well. But, first of all, before we dive on into it, I have to give a big thank you to Zach for a $10 super chat. Right off the bat, man, thank you so much, dude. That's so sweet of you. That's very awesome. And honestly, dude, that's amazing. So thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate that, man, and that will definitely go a long way in terms of helping us. So big thank you. Appreciate it, Zach. But what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good. Let's go and give a little bit of a welcome before we start. We have Tiffany, we have John, we have Jack. Let's see, we have Zach as well, of course. Thank you once again, Zach. Appreciate it, man. Tiffany, we have Nate, we have Chris Yankee, we have Roadster Jim, we have Susie, we have John, we have Theodore. Let's see, we have Dylan, we have ourselves Pilot. Let's see here. Who else is hanging out with us today? We got Hillbilly Farms, we have Mike. Let's see, and everybody else I have not seen here in the chat. Hopefully everybody else is doing well. And if you're not chatting, hope everyone's doing good, guys. So here's the latest outlook, y'all, regarding tomorrow's event. This is the latest outlook regarding the severe weather potential. So we got ourselves an enhanced risk, a level 3 out of 5 here on the spectrum. So tomorrow, the greatest probability regarding severe weather, you know, is going to be taking place out there by like central and northeastern Oklahoma, also out there by like northwestern Arkansas, southeastern Kansas, portions by like central and southern Missouri is also going to be in that area. Southern Illinois, a little sliver in southwestern Indiana is going to be in that greatest potential here for tomorrow regarding severe storms. Now the good news is they did downgrade the tornado threat. We actually had ourselves a 10% risk here for tornadoes earlier. They did downgrade it to a 5%, but here's the thing, y'all. It's still, like I said, it's still a decent threat regarding the tornado potential, and the fact that it covers a large area here, you know, so there's still a good possibility we still could get tornadoes overall here. Now, the greatest probability for tornadoes is going to be across the brown here, and like I was explaining earlier, the way that this works is that we'll use that blue dot for an example. So within 25 miles, like a big perimeter around this blue dot here, there is well, in this case, a 5% chance that a tornado could happen within 25 miles of that given area. So, like I said, you know, overall, it's still a relatively low probability of like somebody specifically getting a tornado. So, if you're worried about tornadoes here for tomorrow, like I said, yes, there is a threat for them, but just think about it. It's a pretty low threat for you specifically to see a tornado or experience a tornado. So, like I said, calm your nerves. It'll be okay. Like I said, we'll get through this, guys. I promise you. Like I said, I'll be live tomorrow to cover this, okay? So we'll be here for you guys. Like I said, I understand it's a little scary, but like I said, y'all, we got you. We're here for you. We care about you guys, and I want to make sure you guys are obviously weather aware. There's a bug on my screen. I'm going to kill it real quick. Anyway, so Yeah, so like I said, it is a threat. Now, as a collective, including all of these areas. Now, at this point, if we add up all of those regions there, it is a decent threat. There is going to be a good potential that we could see a couple of tornadoes. I mean, at this point, yeah, it does seem quite possible. But, once again, for one specific person to see a tornado, like I said, the odds are, not so high. They're actually pretty low. So, like I said, just keep that in mind. Like I said, we'll get through this. Now, something I really do want to talk about, though, damaging winds. This is a little bit bigger of an idea. So across the orange here, we have a 30% chance. So unlike the tornado being a 5%, this is a 30%. So at this point, it's a little more likely here regarding the potential for damaging winds. We're mostly talking about winds between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So these storms have the possibility of, producing some wind gusts up to possibly 60 or 70. And, the greatest probability is going to be across the orange. So we have portions of northeastern northeastern Oklahoma, not Ohio, northwestern Arkansas, portions out there by central and southern Missouri, southern Illinois, and a little sliver down there towards, southwestern Indiana. So that is a 30% chance within 25 miles of happening for a specific region. Then we go out to the yellow. We have a 15% chance, so lower probability. And, of course, the brown is a 5%. So the bottom line is, guys, so this is the overall outlook, right? So it does cover a very large area. And there's a lot of the country that's going to be at risk regarding severe weather tomorrow. Now, the dark green here, this is basically just saying, okay, look, there's a possibility for a couple of strong to potentially severe storms. Now, if you live across the green, the dark green here, there's going to be the possibility that we could have a couple of strong to potentially severe storms. But still, overall, the probability of you getting severe weather in the dark green is, still fairly low. It's not anything excessive. Nothing too crazy. And like I said, as of now, the odds are pretty low. But, of course, there's going to be that potential for an isolated stray severe thunderstorm or two that could occur. Now, then we work our way over here into the yellow. Now, this is the slight risk, a level 2 threat. Now, across the yellow, it's a little bit more greater probability of seeing severe weather. So at this point, there's a good potential that we could have, a couple of severe storms nearby. Nothing like an outbreak across the yellow expected, but just a little bit more of a greater probability of seeing severe weather. And, there's a possibility that some of them could be a little stronger too across the yellow versus the green. But then we work our way into the orange. Now, across the orange, this is where we are seeing the potential of numerous severe thunderstorms. A lot of severe thunderstorm activity in the surrounding area seems quite likely. And the fact that this covers a very large area, like I was talking about, there's a lot of people that's included in that enhanced risk for tomorrow. Yeah, the latest outlook here, just in the orange alone, that's about 8 million people is in the risk here across that orange risk. So, across the orange, if you're there, like I said, that's kind of where numerous severe thunderstorms are possible in the surrounding areas here overall. But, like I said, we'll just need to keep it out there for that, be a little extra weather aware and all that stuff. So, once again, short little recap. The dark green, pretty low chance. It's a straight potential of a severe thunderstorm or two. The yellow, a little bit greater of a probability. Some severe weather will be quite possible around the, surrounding area. And, of course, the orange, widespread severe thunderstorm activity is expected. But anyways, so let me bring you guys over to hail here. Now, this is kind of the main problem, honestly, for tomorrow. I think the main problem for tomorrow's severe weather setup is going to be hail. Now, we do have ourselves a 30% chance here also for hail across the orange. So, once again, a lot of central and eastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southeastern Kansas here, central and southwestern Missouri. Now, this is a 30% chance zone, so already there's a pretty good probability we could see some hail. So within 25 miles of a given location, it's about a 1 in 3 chance, roughly. About a 1 in 3 chance of seeing some hail, quarter size or larger. But here's the thing, my friends. We actually have a significant risk area. So across this area here that's circled, unfortunately, like I said, this is what we call the hatch risk or the significant risk regarding hail in this case. So for northern Texas, central Oklahoma, along the northeastern side, including like Oklahoma City and obviously Tulsa, a little bit of northwestern Arkansas by Fayetteville, southeastern, Kansas by Parsons, and then we move into central and southwestern Missouri by like Joplin and Springfield area. So what this means across the region is, unfortunately, there's going to be the possibility that we could have hail 2 inches in diameter or larger. We're talking some pretty large hail possible across these regions here. So if you live across that area that's circled right here on the map, look out for large hail, because it's a pretty good probability. Now, let me go ahead and bring you guys over here to the actual Storm Prediction Center's website. So this is the overall risk that we were just talking about. And with hail, you can really see the probabilities overlapping that significant risk there. So, once again, across this dark area here, we're basically talking, the possibility for hail 2 inches in diameter or larger, and with actually a pretty decent probability of seeing, hail that large, across the red here. So across this region right in here, there's a 30% chance within 25 miles of a given point, there is that percent of chance here of seeing some hail, like I said, 2 inches in diameter or potentially larger. So, like I said, pretty large hail overall is quite possible. Now, the good news is that for winds, there is no significant wind threat as of right now, so that's good. But there is still a really good possibility that we could see some, damaging winds here, mostly like 58 miles an hour or more, mostly between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Kind of seems to be the zone of where most of these storms are going to be. But honestly, I really wouldn't be surprised, considering how large this risk is, and from a few soundings, a little bit of model viewing I was doing earlier, especially given our lower level winds, because our wind shear in this event is pretty strong. I mean, we got some very strong lower level winds, and there's a lot of what we call downdraft instability or decape, and mixing in our decape with some strong lower level shear can create some pretty nasty wind gusts. And unfortunately, I kind of think that that's going to lead to maybe an isolated event where we could have ourselves maybe some strong winds, maybe 70 plus. So we'll have to see about all that. But yeah, as of now, most of it is relatively sub-significant regarding 70 plus. It'll mostly be between 60 and 70 mile per hour winds as of now. And then, of course, like I said, for the tornado probability, guys, just a big 5% risk area here. Once again, the probability of us seeing a tornado for tomorrow is actually very high. But, like I was explaining here, and like I said, you just calm down. It'll be all right because, like I was saying, the odds of somebody specifically getting a tornado is actually still very low. And you'll know something here. Like I said, guys, I mean, for an example, if I was to say we live right there on that black dot, within 25 miles, so this is not the scale, obviously, but, 25 miles to the north, 25 miles to the east, south, and west, within that 25-mile perimeter there's a 5% chance that a tornado could happen somewhere in that perimeter. So, like I said, not specifically for you, but somewhere within 25 miles of you. So, like I said, the odds of you specifically getting hit by a tornado is still very low. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, even though it's it's still a threat for tornadoes, and there is still, that widespread chance, the odds are still pretty low for somebody specifically. Although, as a whole, as a big collective of the potential out there for, tornadoes, it's a decent threat. So we'll have to just see how that plays out. Anyways, but yeah, so that's our threat for tomorrow. Now let's go and talk about April 2nd, which just so happens to be my birthday. So for April 2nd here, we got ourselves another enhanced risk. So the greatest severe thunderstorm potential out there for April 2nd or Tuesday is going to be across southeastern portion of Indiana, southern Ohio, and portions of like central and western West Virginia. Now also this will include a lot of Kentucky, mostly towards the central, eastern, and northern side of Kentucky. We do have a really good threat regarding the potential for severe weather. So, like I said, there's 3 levels of severity here. So, level 3 across the orange, level 2 across the yellow, and level 1 across the dark green. Now, like I was saying, the light green here, this is not even a severe weather threat. This is just a potential for a couple of thunderstorms, but they're not expected to be, severe across the light green. But then like I was saying here, though, across the level 1 or the dark green, there's a possibility that we could get an isolated severe storm or two. But the chances, really, they're not super high. I mean, there's a possibility, you should still watch out for the weather, but, the odds of you getting severe weather is pretty low across the dark green. But then you work into the level 2, which is the yellow. Now that's, like I said, severe weather is going to be a little bit more probable. A couple of severe storms nearby could occur. And obviously, you should still monitor the progression of the storms and keep an eye on the current weather patterns because they are rapidly evolving. And then, of course, like I said, across the, the orange here with the level 3 threat, this is where we actually have ourselves the potential for numerous severe storms. Now, the thing about Tuesday, as of right now, is there is no breakdown At the current moment, there is no breakdown regarding like the exact probability of seeing tornadoes, the exact probability of seeing damaging winds and hail. That exact probability as of right now is not very known. Okay, so we'll learn that tomorrow. We'll get that view from the Storm Prediction Center here for tomorrow. But as of now, we just have a probability based for the potential of severe weather. So if you're in the brown here, within 25 miles of you, you got a 5% chance of seeing severe weather. Within the yellow, you got yourself basically a 15% chance, so 3 times the amount of seeing the potential of severe weather. And then, of course, across the red here, you got a 30% chance. So you can kind of see where the biggest severe weather concern is going to be here for Tuesday. So, like I said, if you live across those regions there, keep an eye on it. If you know anybody out there, just give them a heads up and be like, hey, there's a possibility for some nasty storms coming up on Tuesday. So if you live across that region, just tell them to be careful. Just tell them to watch the weather. And like I said, just getting that word out there is very important. And it could be, unfortunately, in some cases, it could be the matter of life and death. I hate to say that. I'm not trying to scare you guys, but like I said, this information helps. It's very, very useful. In which, like I said, if you could, it doesn't have to be this stream. Just find a way to give them a way to receive alerts, like a weather radio or something. I'm not trying to throw a sponsor. I'm not doing sponsors on this channel. But like I was saying, though, just find a way to receive warnings. And like I said, I will be live for this. I will be live, so I'll let you know if there's any crazy warnings or anything like that going on there. So like I said, we'll be there, but just give them a heads up at least. It'll be good to just let them know what's going on there. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and hop to models. We're going to take a look here at the latest weather models. That is our satellite. Let's go ahead and hop over here to the models here, because I really want to talk about the latest, because we got the Zero Zulu model run coming through, which is a brand new fresh update from the HRRR here. It's still not done rendering, so we're going to have to wait a little bit for that to pop up here, but let's just go back for the 18 Zulu run. This was the last long run of the HRRR here, and you can see right as we approach 21-22 Zulu, so that's right around the time here of let's see, 22 Zulu, that would be 6 p.m. Eastern, so 5 Central. So right around 5 o'clock Central Time. It looks like that's whenever this model really starts to kind of show a bunch of cells, potentially some, supercells developing across, like, northern Texas. That's kind of out there by, like, Wichita Falls area, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check on that. Let's see. So Wichita Falls is actually a little bit more to the west here. So that's actually more out there, development near just a little shy to the west and northwest of Fort Worth here. But, regardless, right around like 5 Central, 6 Eastern, that's whenever we're going to start to possibly see a bunch of those cells popping off there. And you can actually see that some of those even do fire up here across the Midwest too, out there by like western Missouri, southeastern Kansas, portions by like northeastern Oklahoma. So, it's just really kind of a large line almost of just some discrete cells that do fire off here, right around that time overall. So, but let me actually bring you guys over here to the Ohio Valley, because this is something that's a little interesting, because, actually across the Ohio Valley, to my folks out there by, like, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and the surrounding regions here, whenever it does come to timing here, so this is actually for the morning, or kind of the late morning, early afternoon here, you can kind of see how, it's going to be a lot of convection with a few embedded supercells from what it looks like. So we could get ourselves, a good amount of, supercell thunderstorm activity developing out here, in which, you can kind of see that, right around these regions here, we could get a couple of, strong storms developing there. Now this is going to be the first set of storms, actually. This is going to be the first set of storms to fire off here. It's actually going to fire off across the Ohio Valley, and into portions of like the kind of portions of the Midwest here too. And then later on during the day, that's whenever we're going to start to see, after all that severe thunderstorm activity fires, start to get that main line of convection there. So, yeah, so that's overall with, the timing and all that stuff here. Let's go ahead and actually pop up the NAM here. So, whenever it comes to it, y'all, like I said, regarding the the overlapping, the kinematics and the thermodynamics. So, we got a lot of instability. We're talking over 2,000 joules per kilogram here in some areas. So if you don't know, that's basically how we measure, in some cases, how we measure the potential strength of these storms. It's just how much energy there is in the atmosphere. And just let me tell you, there's a pretty good amount of instability available here. So, we'll definitely need to watch out there for that. But, tomorrow, the good news is I have seen a little bit of a downtrend in our, wind shear here. Although it looks like here for the morning, the late evening actually of tomorrow into the early morning of the 2nd, we could have maybe a little bit of tornadic activity out there by like Ohio and some of those surrounding areas there. But my main concern and regarding the heaviest tornado potential and stuff like that, I honestly believe that we're going to see some of that heaviest tornadic activity out there by like Kentucky. Kind of thinking out there near, you can kind of see there we have that surface low that's, developed over here towards the, the northern Ohio Valley by like northern Indiana, northwestern Ohio, and portions like Michigan. We have that strong low pressure system, which is really amplifying those lower level winds. And if we overlap the instability to that, you can see that there's this big, long pocket of instability that just matches that whole area. So, while you do have this big pool of unstable air, and you also got those strong winds, I mean, that can allow for, first of all, supercells, some rotating thunderstorms, potential tornadic activity. But it also could, allow for, further longevity of storms and being severe, and just, overall, more stronger storms, and, just allowing them to develop and, remain mature for quite a while. So let me grab a sounding here. We're going to take a look at it. But like I was saying, I kind of think that, whenever it comes to, portions of like Kentucky, maybe even in like Ohio, maybe southern Ohio there, we could have ourselves some of that strongest tornadic activity. This will be for April 2nd, like I was saying here for April 2nd. So let's just grab a sounding. We're going to grab one across central Kentucky here. Let's go ahead and remove all that nonsense there. And let's just take a look. I'm not expecting you guys to learn or to know any of this, but just so I can kind of see what's going on here. And I can tell you this: if you look at that big arch on the top right of the screen here, this is what we call our hodograph. And what the hodograph does is it shows us a change in wind speeds and wind directions as we go up in altitude. So here is our vertical representation of our winds, and you can see this is the surface, this is ground level, this is about mid-atmosphere, and this is upper atmosphere. So here towards the ground level, towards the surface, the winds are relatively moving north. You can see they're relatively moving here to the north, and as we go up in our altitude, you can actually see that the wind direction changes a bit more to the northeast. So that sudden change in wind direction and an increase of wind speeds, that will allow for the possibility of some lower level rotation, which is why we have that curvature to our hodograph, which could allow for, unfortunately, some rotating thunderstorms and ultimately maybe a couple tornadoes. So that's just an area we need to look out there for overall. Let's see here. How's Ohio for the next couple of days? All right, my friend, we're going to hop you all back over here real quickly to the overall outlooks for the new folks joining here. So here's today's risk. Actually, we do have a little threat for severe weather today. Look at this. We have had this long tracking supercell that's been just producing a lot of hail. This thing's actually a pretty crazy storm. Look at all those hail reports. It's just trailing behind it. It's that one cell that's just giving us this big slight risk. And, the Storm Prediction Center, they actually just said a few minutes ago that, there's going to be that continuation of, hail threat throughout the night as that one lonely cell just continues to shoot off to the southeast. Anyways, though, regarding the probability for severe weather tomorrow, tomorrow for Ohio, it's not that big of a threat. The southwestern side, we do got a level 2 threat. So, of course, there's going to be the possibility for a couple strong to potentially severe storms. We do got a marginal threat a lot of the central and southern side, but the big day is going to be here for April 2nd. So for April 2nd, you can see that we have 3 levels of severity. The more north you go, the less severe potential it gets. But the greatest probability regarding severe weather is going to be out there towards southern Ohio. So heads up to my folks out there in southern Ohio. Now, this does include like Cincinnati. This does include like Hillsborough, Jackson, Ohio. You'll see Portsmouth and some of those regions in the far southern side in that level 3 threat, or as of now, the maximum risk that we have here for April 2nd. Then of course we have ourselves that level 2 threats, which is including like Columbus, Dayton, Ohio, Delaware, Ohio, Cambridge, and some of those other areas. And then of course we have the level 1 threat, which is, like I was saying, just an isolated shot for some strong to potentially severe storms. Relatively low probability, but there is still a little bit of a threat here. So yeah, for the northern side, that is what we are looking out there for. And then of course, with the level 2, the yellow, that's where we have a little bit of a greater probability regarding the potential for severe weather. So there's a decent shot. We could get a couple of strong to potentially severe storms, in the surrounding area. And then, of course, like I said, then we have the orange here, which, like I was saying, at that point, that's where we have the possibility for numerous severe thunderstorm activity around the surrounding area. So the greatest probability here for April 2nd going to be across southern Ohio, portions along like western West Virginia, a lot of like southern central northern portions of Kentucky, and even like southeastern portions of Indiana. I think we're going to have a pretty good threat there. Once again, I think the greatest probability for tornadoes out of this whole event is probably going to take place in some of these areas here, kind of out there towards like southern Ohio, portions of Kentucky. As of now, that's what it kind of seems to be looking like, because, as we were looking at the models here, I'll go ahead and show you guys again, we have this long pool of instability, and on that pool of instability, we have amplified lower level winds, which are winds, not at the surface, but close to the surface, about 4,000 feet up. They are really moving. I mean, they're really screaming here. So that, that increase in wind shear from that surface load that we have up there towards like northern Ohio, northern Indiana, and portions of Michigan, like I said, that low pressure system is, really ramping up those, winds, over that pool of instability. So whenever you overlap those two together, it's like two layers. That's whenever you have enough instability and the drive to produce severe weather. So anyways, let's see. So there's no risk, Brandon, regarding South Carolina as of now. I have been watching the models, though. We're going to need to watch these for the next couple of days because, the further we go down, a little bit more uncertain things become. But according to the latest NAM models, you can kind of see there's still a little thin line of instability. Not a whole lot of instability, though, but there could be a little bit of instability available towards the coastal southeastern U.S., including the Carolinas here. Now, I don't think, obviously, I can tell you this, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be as crazy as tomorrow and the day after, but I tell you what, though, there still definitely could be a bit of severe weather, I'm thinking, throughout the East Coast. But, right as of now, there's no risk from the Storm Prediction Center. So we'll see. We'll see if they end up adding that eventually, which I think is possible. At least a marginal risk, I'd say, is a pretty good probability of seeing severe weather there. But anyways, yeah, we'll just wait a little bit. We'll get to it whenever that does become a little more closer here. All right, let's see here. I'm asking about Indianapolis because I don't have a way to look at models radar. Got you, man. So, yeah, for Indianapolis, like I said, yeah, you guys got to keep an eye out there for the weather. We got ourselves a level 2 threat out there by Indianapolis here. And, this is here for April 2nd. So between April 1st and April 2nd here, we do have a pretty decent risk in basically southern Indiana. So here's April 1st or tomorrow's severe weather threat. Level 1 across the green here, basically throughout central Indiana. So once again, pretty low threat of severe weather, but there is that small isolated chance. Then you work your way over here into the yellow. That's where you have a greater probability of seeing severe weather overall, in which severe thunderstorms are a little bit more probable. They're a little bit more possible, and there is a possibility that's a little bit more stronger too. But still the odds of you seeing severe weather is still not super high. But then, of course, like I was saying, you move into the orange here. This is where we have the potential for numerous severe thunderstorms in the surrounding area, in which at that point you start to get a pretty good probability of seeing some strong to potentially severe storms. But anyway, so yeah, this is here for tomorrow, April 1st. Then moving into April 2nd here, just kind of a continuation of severe thunderstorms. Really the southern side of Indiana, if you connect both days, we do got ourselves that enhanced risk for the southern side, that slight risk level 2 for the middle portions here of Indiana, and then of course we have ourselves that level 1 threat mostly for the northern side. So the more north you go into Indiana, the less severe potential those storms will hold. So yeah, but between the first, so basically going from the evening of the first into the second here, that's where you're going to see that potential for severe weather. And of course today, like I was saying, we actually have this long track supercell that's ongoing right now. This guy is actually, this one cell alone has generated a slight risk across portions of Illinois and Indiana, in which, for hail specifically, and you can see that long track here of reports. I mean, this meatball here has been producing a lot of hail. It's quite a crazy storm, actually. And, the Storm Prediction Center, they actually mentioned, they issued what we call a mesoscale discussion. They actually mentioned a possibility of this storm continuing for several hours more and producing more hail and, more severe weather. So just a little bit of a heads up to you guys out there for today. This is ongoing now. So, but anyways. Let's see here. Are we okay in Middle Tennessee? So for Tennessee, here for tomorrow, not a whole lot you need to look out for. There's a possibility for a couple of storms out there by Tennessee. Maybe the northern side could gather maybe a strong to potentially severe storm or two. But, the odds of severe weather tomorrow is not too big. However, we work our way over here into April 2nd. April 2nd, there's actually a decent risk regarding the potential for severe weather out there towards mostly the central, well, really a lot of the state, actually. So a lot of the yellow here, you can see there's a decent risk regarding severe weather. So this includes like Nashville, this includes like Lexington, Cleveland, Shelbyville, Knoxville, Chattanooga. Some of those regions there has a decent shot for a couple of strong to severe storms. Here for the Memphis region, here for, we don't have that big of a threat towards like Memphis, but remember, like I said, these outlooks are not perfect. They're really not perfect. They just give you a general idea of where severe thunderstorms are expected. And their probabilities essentially. And just also know that these outlooks are going to be continuously changing over the next couple of days as severe weather, starts to happen. We're going to learn more about the event. First of all, in the morning, what's going to happen here is they're going to launch a bunch of weather balloons. Okay, so they do this every day, twice a day. In the morning, they're going to launch a bunch of weather balloons, and they're going to gather a lot of data on the atmosphere. They're going to plug those into the models. We're going to learn a lot about the current conditions. We're going to see cloud cover and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to view all this data tomorrow. We'll plug it into models, and if we need an upgrade or a downgrade, then they'll figure that out. But as of now, this is what we're expecting overall. Could Kentucky go moderate? Honestly, I'm not really counting on it, my friend. I mean, obviously, yeah, I think Kentucky does have a pretty good shot for severe weather, especially towards like the central northern side and also like southern Ohio. Here for April 2nd, like I was showing, we have a pretty good amount of instability with some strong lower level shear from that surface low we were talking about, which I can actually show you over here. I don't know about a moderate, honestly. We'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they did. That's kind of where I'm standing right now. So, we'll see. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. But yeah, you can see that big pool of instability, that thunderstorm juice, we'll call it. That all that thunderstorm fuel that we have all the way from Mississippi going all the way up here towards like even northeastern Ohio. And then, like I was saying, those strong winds here. I mean, we get an amplified lower level jet from that surface low that's going to be positioned right over the northern Ohio Valley, which is, with increased wind shear and a lot of instability, that gives you a pretty decent severe threat. And unfortunately, like I was saying, I think that's kind of where some of our, or it seems like it's increasing to where some of the biggest tornadic activity could be on this system. We'll see. I mean, obviously, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see if that ends up playing out that way. But at least from what the models have been kind of trending here, the last couple of NAM runs and all that stuff have been really talking about this. Like, here's the previous model before that. It's a little different, obviously. It shows that surface low a little bit lower, so lower down into the Ohio Valley. The latest run, you can see, has it much more further up north, but it also does have those winds increasing, which is unfortunately kind of a little bit more of a concern. But we'll see. Once again, the models are still trying to come to an agreement here, and they're gonna be battling it off for the next little bit. But eventually, tomorrow, like I said, we'll know a lot more better information about it. The day of, we learn a lot about it. Let's see here. Pat says, how is Texas looking? So my friend out there by Texas, we're going to go ahead and hop you all over here back to the risk overall. So here's tomorrow's risk. There is a good portion of Texas, including the panhandle here, where we have a marginal risk, a level 1 threat for severe weather. The marginal goes all the way down, even in the southern Texas out there. San Antonio is included in that level 1 severe weather threat. We got Tyler, Texas. We got ourselves Waco. Like I said, some pretty populated areas here in that level 1 threat. Once again, it's pretty low threat, nothing super crazy, but just keep an eye out there for an isolated severe storm or two to occur. But then we got the northeastern side here of Texas by like Dallas, Fort Worth area, which Dallas is pretty populated. A little bit greater of a concern here overall. So just we'll keep an eye out there for it. Oh my gosh, Proxy coming in with a $50. Are you serious, Proxy? Coming in here with a $50 donation. Holy cow. Proxy, you did not have to do that. Oh my gosh, Proxy, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, you are amazing, Proxy. You did not have to do that, my friend. Wow. Proxy, that honestly means so much to me. Thank you so much for that, Prox. Like, you have no idea. That really means a lot to me, my friend. Huge shout out goes to you, Proxy. Y'all, please give Proxy a big thank you in the chat. That is so sweet of you. I appreciate that, Prox. Much love to you, and I hope you're doing good, Proxy. Wow, thank you so much, Prox. Let's see here, Daleen. I'm literally just blown away. Daleen says, "What about Southern Kentucky?" Okay, so yeah, we mentioned Southern Kentucky. Regarding the severe weather threat here. It depends on where in Southern Kentucky, because, you can be over here, right? And you can be in the level 2, or you can be a little more to the east here and be in that level 3. So, like I was saying here, it really depends exactly where you're positioned there. But, overall, Southern Kentucky does have a pretty decent shot regarding severe storms. So we'll keep an eye out there for it. But once again, Proxy, thank you so much. That is super sweet of you. Much love to you, Prox. Thank you so much. You are awesome, Proxy, and we love you. We really do, and thank you so much for your support. Like I said, you definitely help keep us rolling, and honestly, I owe a lot to you, so thank you so much for all your support. Much love to you. But anyways, yeah, so like I was saying, that's April 2nd's risk. This is tomorrow's risk overall. So, between the 2 days, like I said, we have a pretty decent severe weather event here that's, expected to occur. The good news is overall, from what it's looking at, or what it's looking like here, the good news is that I think there's been a little bit of a downgrade regarding the potential for, like severe weather and stuff like that here for tomorrow's event overall. And yo, are you Joe Obama coming in with a $100 donation, dude? No freaking way. Saying hi, Joe Obama, dude. Holy cow, man, you did not have to do that. But hi, hope you're doing good, dude. Wow, I am literally lost for words right now. Between Joe Obama and Proxy just now, you guys. Wow. Guys, thank you so much. You all really don't have to do all this. I really appreciate that. It really just helped me out a lot. I hope you know that. Thank you. That will literally pay for all my programs for a whole month. Thanks to you. So thank you, man. Joe Obama, you are awesome, dude. Proxy, you're awesome. Wow, you guys. Much love to you. Thank you so much. Like I said, y'all don't know how much that means to me. I'm literally lost for words. But thank you guys. Wow, dude. Joe Obama, you are awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, dude. That is wow. All right, y'all. We're gonna hop back to models here, dude. I am blown away. You guys are so sweet. I am super thankful for you all. Thank you guys. So, like I was saying, here's the latest. We actually have the Zero Zulu run coming through right now. Whenever it comes to it, we have a pretty, like I said, a new view coming up here. We'll continue to watch that here because it's still rendering, so it'll take a little bit to come through. But overall, so here's the latest, or the most recent long-range model we got right now. This is the 18 Zulu HRRR, and you can actually see, so right around 22, 23 Zulu. So this will be right around like I was saying, like 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern time. So what would that be? Like 3, 4 o'clock Central, somewhere roughly in there. Like I said, models aren't perfect, guys. So take that with a grain of salt. But sometime in the kind of early mid-evening, I'm thinking, storms will start to pop off there across like northern Texas, and even some supercells possibly working its way into like just really a long line here of a couple of embedded, a couple of isolated, my bad, supercells popping off here. you know, all the way from Missouri, going through Oklahoma into like Texas there. So we'll keep an eye out there for that. Sometime in the evening, we're watching out there for. But like I was mentioning here a little bit ago, guys, regarding like the, you know, actually here in the afternoon, this is actually the first bit of severe thunderstorm activity we're expecting here. So for the afternoon here of tomorrow, towards the Ohio Valley, you know, by like Ohio, obviously Indiana, and some of those places surrounding it, you know, you can actually see here as early as like, well, honestly, right around like 16, 18 Zulu. That would be like what? Pretty sure 18 Zulu is like 4? Hold on a minute. That would make sense. That's it. So, okay, hold on. 0 Zulu is 8, so this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. So this could start firing off here, honestly, as early as like noon across the Ohio Valley there. So across like Illinois, you can actually see that supercell, according to HRR, it develops probably right around noon. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be some early stuff. We're going to get some early severe weather. And then once we work our way over into basically the evening here, we're actually going to be seeing this popping off. Oh my God, you guys. First of all, Joe Obama coming in with $100 super chat again, man. Saying happy early birthday, by the way. Thank you so much, Joe Obama. Dude. Holy cow. Thank you so much. And I am honestly lost because look what just happened. Proxy just donated $150 on Venmo at the same time. At the exact same time. Joe Obama just donated $100. Thank you, Joe Obama, dude. Seriously. And then Proxy with 150 saying, "You rock, Andrew. Keep up the great work." I am literally losing my mind right now. I cannot believe this. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, I have a hard time processing this right now. Proxy, thank you so much. Joe Obama, thank you so much, you guys. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. That is, dude, I'm lost for words, you guys. Holy cow. Thank you so much. And if there's anything I can do for you all, please let me know, okay? Please, please, please let me know. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. Joe Obama, Proxy. Dude, I don't know what to say. I am literally losing my mind right now. Thank you, guys. Seriously, you all helped me out so much. Please, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Guys, holy cow. I can't believe that. Anyways, y'all. Like I said, sorry, the people are probably like, come on, just get back with the weather. I'm sorry. I'm so grateful for that, dude. I am so thankful for that. I really just got to say thank you. Like, that is... Wow. Dude, thank you so much, y'all. I'm lost for words, man. Lost for words. Wow. All right, I'll make sure to give you guys a big thank you at the end. Okay, how about that? But anyways, y'all, let's get back into weather here. I know y'all are just wondering, like, come on, Andrew, just get back into it. But, dude, once again, y'all, thank you so much. Like, wow, dude. I am so blown away. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and hop our way over here to the outlook here overall. So, like I said, here is tomorrow's risk regarding the potential for severe weather overall. So we got ourselves, like I said, 3 levels. We got a marginal, we got a slight, and an enhanced. So the scale, it goes from 1 to 5, right? So 5's the worst case scenario. We don't have that, thankfully. We have level 1 through level 5. 5's the highest, 1's the lowest. So across the dark green, that's where it starts. So here in the dark green here, that's a level 1. So if you live across the dark green, I'm actually going to pan the map around the area here. So look out for places on the map here, guys, okay? Look out for this. So you can see across portions there of Texas. You know, we got the panhandle of Texas, portions of Oklahoma, Oklahoma out there, portions out there by Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri. We got Illinois, we got Tennessee, we got Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, portions of Virginia, and a little portion out there by northern, North Carolina. So across that dark green area, like I said, there is a possibility for a few strong to potentially severe storms. Okay, so there's a possibility. But the good news is, like I said, the odds of you getting severe weather across the dark green is actually pretty low. It's, like I said, a 5% chance of seeing severe weather within 25 miles of you. So, like I said, the odds not super high. They're not super, super high. So there is a risk. Just keep an eye on the weather. Watch the radar. Keep an eye on it throughout the day. But like I said, nothing. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't freak out about it. Like I said, we'll get through this. I promise you. I'm gonna be here with you guys throughout tomorrow, throughout my birthday, April 2nd. And if I need to be here for April 3rd, I'll be here as well. Like I said, I'm going to be here for you guys. I want to make sure you all are, have a place to get that weather information, and I'm going to do my best to be here as long as possible. It's going to be a rough couple of days. It's going to be a long couple of days, but like I said, we're going to be here for you. We're going to be here for you. And then, of course, like I said, we work our way into that the yellow, that level 2 threat overall here. So watch out for the yellow. So pay attention to the map again if y'all are in the yellow. So once again, like Arkansas, portions of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois. We got Indiana, Kentucky, and a little portion there of Ohio. Now, this is just for April 1st. Remember, this continues into April 2nd, so keep that in mind. So, yeah, for tomorrow, we got that going on there. We got all that popping off here and, that potential there. So across that yellow, so remember, the level 1, the green, a couple isolated strong to severe storms possible. Now, across the yellow, that's where we have a little bit more of a higher probability. So at this point, severe thunderstorms are quite possible. So just once again, make sure you keep an eye on radar, keep an eye on it, have a way to receive warnings. Like I said, recommended buy no weather radio, just so you have it, and obviously, program it to your county. That way, if a warning gets issued for you, you can obviously get yelled at by your radio. it'll let you know. Anyways, but yeah, so like I said, even if you just want to hang out here with us when we're live, I will let you know if there's a tornado warning, and I'll let you know where it's at and when you're good to come out of your shelter. I'll let you all know that. So whenever it comes to it here, overall, level 2, cross the yellow. Once again, it's a decent shot for a couple of strong to severe storms. But then we work our way into the orange. Now, the orange, as of now, is the greatest threat. Now, across the orange here, which includes places like northwestern Arkansas, portions out there by like central, northeastern Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas, portions out there by central and southern Missouri, and like southern Illinois, and a little bitty sliver up there in southwestern Indiana. So this area here in the orange, like I said, at this point, severe weather, there's a good shot we could have numerous strong to severe storms. So, we're talking a potential here of, a decent probability. Now, whenever it comes to the actual probabilities, so here's your tornado percentages, guys. So if you're across the dark green, this is a 2% chance of having a tornado within 25 miles of you. Like I said, the odds are pretty low. Not a super, super high threat regarding tornadic activity. Then we work our way over here into the brown. Now, the brown is a little greater probability. It's a 5% chance regarding the potential for tornadoes. So within 25 miles of a given point. So once again, we'll just use right there. That blue dot, for example, within 25 miles of that blue dot, there's a 5% chance that a tornado could drop within that surrounding area. Does not mean that it's specifically going to be for you, but it could be within 25 miles of you. There's a 5% chance of that happening. And but overall, like I said, as a collective, there's a lot of 25-mile boxes that fit in this region here. So, the odds of somewhere experiencing a tornado is, as a whole, it's pretty high. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good threat. But for one specific person, like I said, you guys, y'all don't realize how small you are in relation to this risk area. And, honestly, overall, the odds of you getting a tornado alone is very low. So, like I said, just calm down. It'll be all right, guys. Like I said, we'll get through it. But yeah, so as of now, 5% chance, but as a collective, a decent shot. But, for one specific area, pretty low. Anyway, so that's that. And of course, like I said, damaging winds. We got a pretty good damaging wind threat. And actually, that's going to be one of the main problems here. Damaging winds and hail is actually tomorrow's biggest concern. It's not tornadoes. Actually, tornadoes is the third concern. So hail, damaging winds is kind of the main thing. So for damaging winds here, this is why we got really a lot of that enhanced risk. The enhanced risk is actually just for, for damaging winds and hail. It's not for tornadoes. That's for a tornado. It's actually equivalent to a slight risk, but we're not going to get into all that right now. But anyway, so yeah, across the brown here, it's a 5% chance, of seeing some damaging winds, between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts, from some of those storms. So the gusty winds that come out of the storms could get up to 60 to potentially 70 miles an hour. And then, of course, we work our way over here into the yellow. This is a 15% chance here regarding the possibility for, damaging winds. So, at this point, 15% chance within 25 miles of you. It's a little better of a probability, but, still the odds are fairly low. But then we work our way into the orange here. Now, this is why we have that enhanced risk, that severe threat level 3 we were talking about. So across the level 3 here, we got a 30% chance of experiencing damaging winds every 25 miles. So within a box of 25 miles, there is like I said, there is literally a 30% chance of experiencing damaging winds between, like I was saying, 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So keep that in mind, my friends. Keep that in mind. But yeah, so that's the damaging winds, and you guys can kind of see where the map is. So once again, brown 5%, yellow 15%, and orange, that is a 30% chance overall. But then we work our way into the hail side of things. The hail is not too much different. Obviously, that 30% is a lot more to the west, though. So regarding hail, the greatest probability of seeing hail for tomorrow is going to be out there by like east central kind of northeastern Oklahoma here, as you can see. And also like southeastern Kansas, a little sliver in southeastern Kansas, northwestern Arkansas by Fayetteville, portions by central and southwestern Missouri. This is a 30% chance regarding, like I was saying, hail. So in this case, I'm actually going to bring up another graphic here. So across this specific region, okay, so according, to this, across northern or kind of northeastern Texas, by Wichita Falls, Sherman, moving through Oklahoma, through southeastern Kansas, through portions of Missouri and Arkansas. Now, this region here, unfortunately, has a shot at seeing hail 2 inches in diameter and larger. We're talking well over golf ball size hail. Golf ball size hail, larger than that, is going to be a good possibility. There's a shot we could see some hail, maybe up to softball size, maybe baseball size. I mean, we're talking some very large hail, unfortunately, being a good possibility for those specific regions. So if you live in that region there, that's circled right on the map right now, that is, obviously where we do have ourselves a decent shot for large hail. So keep that in mind. So yeah, that's the significant risk. That's where we're talking the potential for significant hail. But then we work our way over here into April 2nd, like I was saying, here for Tuesday. That threat continues eastbound, starting to include bits of the mid-Atlantic, further down in the southeast here, and obviously the Ohio Valley is kind of one of the main target areas here for April 2nd. And once again, like we do have here for tomorrow, we got ourselves another enhanced risk, another level 3 threat. But here's the thing, guys. There is no breakdown regarding tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds here for Tuesday. As of right now, that's only available for the first 2 days. So, for example, today's threat, we have a breakdown. Tomorrow's threat, we have a breakdown. But this is for the day after, or day 3. We don't have a breakdown for day 3. That's only for the first 2 days, right? So, tomorrow, as day 3 in this case becomes day 2, as we progress into tomorrow, we'll learn about the percentages regarding tomorrow's threat. So we'll definitely keep an eye out there for that. But anyways, what I can tell you is the percentages of seeing severe weather as a collective. So between damaging winds, between large hail, and between tornadoes, overall we have a 30% chance of seeing severe weather within 25 miles across the orange here. We have a 15% chance here of seeing severe weather across the yellow here within 25 miles, and then of course across the brown here, we got ourselves a lower 5% risk regarding severe weather. So once again, the brown's not too big of a probability. The yellow is a decent shot, but the orange, that's where you start to get into some pretty heavy territory and where it's more likely. Anyways, all right, let's go and hop back to models again, guys. So regardless, like I said, that's the latest outlooks here from the Storm Prediction Center. That's what we got going on there. And like I was saying, I've been watching the models. I've been tracking the models here for a little bit here. And from what it looks like, I'm really kind of leaning towards, if you guys want to know where I think the biggest tornadic activity is going to occur, I really have a strong feeling that we're going to get some tornadic activity potentially by Kentucky, maybe southern Ohio. Overall, like I said, it seems like a pretty good probability that we could have some, unfortunately, some potentially strong tornadic activity. Because, for example, this is here for the evening of April 2nd for Tuesday. So for the evening here, we got ourselves a very strong surface low I was talking about up there towards the Ohio Valley, the northern Ohio Valley by southern Michigan, northwestern Ohio. we got ourselves a surface low that has developed across this region. Now, due to this surface low, basically what it is just a strong low pressure system in our lower atmosphere. And because of this surface low is kicking up, we're getting some very, very strong lower level winds. What I mean by that is the winds in our lower atmosphere are moving very, very fast. And that's needed for tornadoes, unfortunately. Now, when it comes to our instability or our fuel for these thunderstorms, you notice that is right overlapped with that strong wind shear. So that surface low is not only kicking up strong winds, but it's also bringing in a lot of instability as well. So, overlapping instability with that strong lower level wind shear, that's going to create the environment capable of producing really all hazards here. So, keep that in mind. But we'll see. We'll definitely keep an eye out there for that. But I really do think that, even in Ohio there's a good shot we could have some, tornadic activity overall. But, definitely keep an eye out there for it. So, yeah, a little bit of a heads up out there towards my folks out there by central Kentucky, by, Ohio. Kind of seems like we're going to have, some of the heaviest probability regarding tornadic activity in that region there. Let's go and hop our way back here to April 1st. And also, I do think there's a good probability, of seeing some tornadic activity here. It's not really shown, but, for tomorrow, I think the greatest probability for tornadic activity is going to be in some of these areas here, mostly throughout, eastern Oklahoma, southwestern Missouri, and northwestern Arkansas. That's kind of where I think tomorrow's heaviest tornadic activity is going to be. But, like I was showing you guys on the overall outlook, the tornado probability goes, much higher than that. But that's just kind of where I believe some of the heaviest of that activity will be happening here for tomorrow. So, let's see here. Marley says, why do I think they decreased the tornado threat from tomorrow? So that's actually a good question. I think they dropped it because we lost a little bit of confidence regarding where that significant mixing is going to be between our instability and our strong wind shear. I think, like I said, models, they're still not doing the best right now. They're still trying to come to a better agreement because I see there's still a little bit of disagreement between the models. But I think that's why they did it, because there's just a bit of uncertainty. Now, I wouldn't be surprised. This is my opinion. Like I said, take this how you want to. This is, like I said, I'm not the Storm Prediction Center, so this is just my opinion. Like I said, obviously go off of what they say, but this is what I think personally. Like I said, as a forecaster, this is what I believe. I kind of think that, if we did get a risk, I think there's a possibility we could get it reintroduced to a 10% maybe. And the greatest probability for that to happen would once again be in some of those regions I'm thinking, by eastern Oklahoma, southwestern Missouri, and northwestern Arkansas. That's kind of where I think there could be maybe a 10%. We'll see. Once again, that's my opinion. So, like I said, you don't have to take that. You don't have to value that at all. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's just based off of what I've been seeing with the models and all that stuff. I kind of feel like that's kind of the region there where we could have that activity. So we'll see. Let's see. What's the biggest risk for Northwest Indiana, says Alex. So for Northwest Indiana, see, here's the thing, my friend. Honestly, the odds of you, getting super, super crazy severe weather is pretty low. The good news is that surface low we were talking about is going to be positioned near your position, which will honestly kind of lower your chances of seeing some crazy, crazy severe weather. Now, depends on where in northwestern Indiana. Your best probability is going to be for April 2nd. Like I said, we have, for the northern side, a marginal. For the extreme northern side, we have a thunderstorm threat, which, across the light green, just a rumble or two of thunder being possible. But, yeah, once you start to work into the dark green, that's where a few strong to severe storms could be a possibility. Of course, the yellow, greater probability of severe weather, and across the orange, numerous shot for a couple of strong to severe storms. So, yeah, so that's that. But, yeah, it just depends exactly where you're at, my friend. Obviously it depends on a lot of factors, but, northern Indiana's not in a super, super crazy risk, to be honest with you. It's, like I said, pretty light for that northern side, but, still an isolated severe storm is possible. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's see here. But anyways, yeah, so that's what's going on there, y'all. Let's see. I'm going to try to get to as many questions as I can. Let's see. I hope in those areas with the high risk for tornadoes tomorrow, they cancel schools. I really don't want to repeat that. Yeah, like I said, right now, I don't think they're going to cancel schools based off of that. Like I said, based off of that 5%. The good news, like I was saying, is tomorrow is not going to be the main threat's not tornadoes tomorrow, guys. The main threat's actually hail, following damaging winds and then tornadoes. So yeah, I mean, regarding convective hazards, tornadoes is actually last, but it's still a probability. That's the thing. It's still a triple threat. It's still a pretty decent shot for severe weather. Let's see here. Andrew, let's see. We got a fellow Andrew here. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good, Andrew. Let's see here. Just warn, in case you've been warned people in southern Illinois. I was looking at my radar on my phone and saw some large hail near Springfield. Yeah, that's actually a supercell we've been watching. Yeah, it just barely dodged Springfield. Look at that. Supercell just passed to the north of Springfield there. It's actually has a long trail of hail on it, as you guys can see all those hail reports in the yellow there. And like I was saying, the Storm Prediction Center, they actually, what they ended up doing here is they, let's see, I'll go ahead and bring you all over to this. They actually made a mesoscale discussion, basically just talking about that, saying severe hail threat should persist with a lone supercell for the next few hours. And they mentioned there for Illinois moving into Indiana there with that warm front right on top of that. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's that one cell, man. That one cell that's developing there is the whole reason why we have a slight risk for today. Is just that little guy right there. But I tell you what, man, he is producing some hail. He has been on it for a while. You can see that's just that long track of hail. Let's see. Let's actually see what the size of some of these guys. Let's just take a look at those real quickly. You can see where the trail really started. Mostly around an inch from what it looks like. Oh, 1.5 inches on that one. Let's see. We'll move a little bit further down here. 1.3, 1.3, 1. Yeah, so most, from what I'm noticing, yeah, mostly between 1 and 1.5 inches here. Let's see, what about these guys? 1.3, 1.5, wow, 1.8 on that one. That's a pretty big hailstone. Let's see here. Yeah, no, that's pretty big hail. And the last frame here, the most recent report is between 1.3 and 1.8 inches. So, yeah, that one cell's producing some pretty strong storms, or pretty large hail. So, yeah, but yeah, it's just crazy because they issued a mesoscale discussion for one cell. I haven't seen that in a while, to be honest with you. All right, let's see here. What's the threat for central Indiana? Is there a tornado chance for Monday and Tuesday? So as of now, like I said, we don't have a breakdown for Tuesday, but I would assure that there is a possibility for tornadoes. You said central Indiana, right? So here's the threat you can see for Indiana. Whenever it comes to it, the greatest probability regarding tornadic activity is actually going to be for the southern side of Indiana. Central Indiana, there's not much of a threat. The threat for tornadoes is basically south of Indianapolis and south is where that tornado threat is as of now. But yeah, for more of the central sides of the state, there's, at least for April 1st or tomorrow, there's not that much of a tornado threat. Let's see here. Rallis is about to go take lightning photos of that cell. Definitely going to stay out of the hail. Yeah, sounds good, man. Yeah, let me know if you get some cool photos. And if you want to, you can share them to our Twitter at NWW116_WX if you want to. I'd be curious to see your shots there. And maybe I'll retweet it so that you can, so that other people can see your work. With credit, of course. I'm not going to steal all your credit. I'm not one of those monsters. Let's see here. Andrew says, thank you, Andrew. Let's see, what's Iowa for the next few days? Let's get a storm in my area. So, yeah, for Iowa, like I said, there's not too much to Iowa. We just got a little marginal today. Tomorrow, nothing. Day after, nothing really. Like I said, just, little thunderstorm threat for the next couple of days for the southern side, but really nothing bad. Honestly, I think you're going to be pretty good, my friend. Just for today, small little. Let's see here. Rouse says, I'll definitely share if I get any. Thanks for the stream. Very welcome, dude. Yeah, but good luck, man. Yeah, stay safe, though. Yeah, I know I love taking photos of lightning myself, dude. I get it. But lightning can be a little scary. But just stay safe, man, and best of luck to you, man. Let's see here. Sandra says, God bless you. You too, Sandra. Once again, y'all, to the people joining, happy Easter to you guys. I don't know if I already said that in the stream or not. I did on the other one, but happy Easter to you guys. Like I said, I hope you guys had a good day. Hope everything went well for you. And I hope you guys had a good dinner. I hope you guys, had a just good day in general, man. Hope you all had a good day. Let's see. Melvin says, is Eastern Kentucky good or no? So Eastern Kentucky, like I said, I'm a little concerned for April 2nd. We do got ourselves a decent shot for severe weather. Just depends on where you're at specifically. But yeah, we got ourselves an enhanced risk for portions of Eastern Kentucky for April 2nd, which, like I said, we got to watch out there for. The yellow, like I said, it's a decent shot for severe weather. And like I said, but the orange, that's where you could have numerous severe storms nearby. So keep an eye on it. Happy Easter and birthday. Thank you. Yeah, my birthday is April 2nd. Of course, this day here, April 2nd, the day that we're covering severe weather. So, like I said, I'm going to be here for my birthday for you guys. I'm going to be here for probably not the whole day, unfortunately, because, like I said, my family's doing stuff with me for my birthday, but I'm going to try my hardest to be as live as long as possible. I want to be here for at least 4+ hours. I'm hoping. Tomorrow, though, like I said, I'm going to be live a lot tomorrow. Probably all day. Unfortunately, tomorrow, all day, it's going to be a long day. But like I said, man, we're gonna be here as long as I physically can go. Let's see here. Let's see. Is there going to be severe weather in South Carolina? So, John, as of now, there's no risk for South Carolina. But what I can show you, my friend, like I said, I've been watching the models. Still not too confident on this quite yet, but I have been watching the models, and it does look like as this cold front advances eastward, that there could be a little bit of leftover instability across the Carolinas into the deep south, which in theory, also given strong wind shear across the atmosphere too, I think there could be a continuation of severe thunderstorm activity for some of those Atlantic coastal areas. For maybe a couple strong to severe storms. I think it's a possibility. But I'm going to get through the April 1st and April 2nd first. And obviously, if there's a big risk that gets issued, which I don't think is going to be nearly as bad as April 1st and April 2nd. But if it requires coverage, I will be live for that as well. But just I'm going to tell you this now. If I'm live here for April 1st, April 2nd, and April 3rd, April 4th, I'm taking off. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to take off April 4th because, holy cow, as much as it doesn't sound like it, like as much as you think of, oh, you're just sitting in a chair looking at the weather. Yes, but it is very draining, my friends. It definitely is pretty draining. Let's see here. Joseph, dude, coming in here with a $10 Cash App donation, man. Holy cow, Joseph. Thank you so much, dude. Coming in here with the $10 support, man. You did not have to do that. Let's see here. Did he leave a memo? I want to make sure that. Joseph says, for happy early birthday. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude. Big shout out goes to you, Joseph. Thank you, man, for the $10 donation. You didn't have to do that, man. That's very sweet of you. Very thoughtful of you, man. Thank you so much. And all the other donators today, guys. Y'all are awesome. Much love to y'all. And from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you so much. Y'all have definitely made my night, and you've really helped me out a lot. So I gotta say thank you to y'all. So I really do appreciate it. But big shout out to you, Joseph. Thank you, man. Let's see here. Happy Easter to you guys as well, of course. Happy Easter, Lindsay. Let's see here. Joshua, Tiffany, everybody else, of course. Pat. Let's see here. Pilot says not all heroes wear capes. You're a legend, Andrew. Oh, thanks, man. Like I said, I try to help out when I can. I mean, obviously, I try to do the best I can. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'll admit it. Nobody's perfect, but like I said, just if you put in all your effort, that's what matters. Just give it all you got, man. But like I said, if I can do it, if I can be here for severe weather, and I will. But I'm going to take some breaks tomorrow, though, whenever I go live, because it's going to be a long day. There's going to be some times where I might take like a half-hour break or two, just so I can like unwind for a minute. But anyways, let's see here. John, I can assure you this is not an April Fool's joke. There's actually a lot of people that are making jokes about that. It's not. If this was an April Fool's joke, would it go into April 2nd? No. So, yeah, like I was saying, I mean, this is not a joke, guys. This is very much serious. Very much serious. How long am I going to be live? Tomorrow, I don't know, man. I would say between 5 and 10 hours. Probably a while. Probably quite a bit. I mean, I'm going to be live here for a while for you guys. I mean, it's going to be a long day, like I said. It's going to be a heck of a long day being live. But you know what? If it means that there is a chance, a slim chance that somebody I could help save their life, it would make it totally worth it. It would. It really would. And so that's why, like I said, I'm going to be here for as long as I possibly can. I mean, there's going to be times, like I said, I'm going to need to take breaks. But yeah, I'll be live here as long as I can. Let's... Dude, you are... There is no way, dude. Joseph just sent me $100. No way. Joseph, man, you did not have to do that. Joseph just sent me $100 plus that 10 just a minute ago, dude. Do you want me to send that back to you? Like, seriously, that is way too generous, man. You've got to be kidding me. Joseph. I am lost for words, man. I am lost for words. Joseph, dude, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys, man, you guys are... Like, oh my gosh, man. Dude, I am lost for words. I am literally lost for words, man. Dude, I don't know. If there's anything I can do for you, man. Joseph, thank you so much, dude. Wow. Yeah, also, like, Joe Obama, Proxy. You guys, I love y'all. Thank you so much. And once again, if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know, okay? Wow, you guys. Prox says, can I offer any info in the weather in Northeast Ohio Monday and Tuesday? Thanks. I got you, Proxy. I got you. So for you, Prox, there's a possibility for a few rumbles of thunder between today. Tomorrow, yeah, you're right on the edge of that thunderstorm risk. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a possibility for a rumble of thunder or two. However, day 3, which is April 2nd, which for Ohio, that's the biggest day. You up here in Cleveland, as of now, is not in that risk area, but I would keep an eye out there for it. It just depends on, like I was saying, let me show you an example. So there's that lower level jet stream I was telling you, or that surface low I was talking about. There's a big trend between the last two models. So this is the latest model here, and this is the model before. You see there's a totally different, like I said, there's totally a big change in the models between those two runs. That just goes to show you that there's still a little bit of uncertainty, still a little bit of unknowns with that. I would keep an eye out there for it because some models do show instability getting right next to you. So while as of now you're in a thunderstorm threat, like I said, I obviously I wouldn't be worried or anything like that regarding severe weather, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did push it up towards Cleveland, honestly. But here, I just realized I'm on the wrong screen. There you go, Cleveland. It's just there, just enough thunderstorm threat as of now. Like I said, you should be pretty good, my friend. But I'll keep you updated, Prox. I mean, obviously, if like I said, I'll be here for your Prox, but if there's any updates and stuff like that, I'll let you know. I will let you know. Let's see here. John says, happy early birthday present. For real, you guys. You all are awesome. Wow, man. I am just completely blown away with you guys. Appreciate it so much. Like I said, you guys have helped me out so much. You have no idea. Much love to y'all. Let's see. Miss Ziggy says, you deserve it. Let's see. You're really awesome with the way you keep us updated. Like I said, if there's any way I can be here to help save you, like save lives and stuff like that, even the smallest of the chance, I will be here. And like I said, tomorrow is going to be a long day, unfortunately, but I'm going to be here as long as I can. But once again, you guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, big shout out to you. You guys are awesome. Much love to you guys. All right, let's see here. So I'll keep alert for Tuesday. I have a business class today at 6 p.m. Oh, gotcha. Thanks, Andrew. You're the best and deserve all the support you're getting. Appreciate that, Proxy. Once again, thank you so much. Let's see. Tori says, hello, Andrew. I saw on the local news Southern Illinois was updated to a level 3. Is that correct? Let's see here. So for tomorrow, yes. Illinois was upgraded to a enhanced risk, a severe threat level 3. So when it comes to it, my friend, I was actually mentioning this the other day. I was like, because there was an uptrend with instability and wind shear for Southern Illinois, and I was like, yeah, this area is probably going to get it. And yes, it did. So for Southern Illinois, if you live out there by Mount Vernon, see Carbondale, St. Louis is included too. We got a level 3 threat, which regarding tornadic activity, still the same as the majority of the area, just a 5% chance. Once again, the odds of you specifically getting a tornado is still pretty low, but in terms of hail, we got ourselves a 15% chance for hail and a 30% chance for winds. The reason you're actually in that level 3 is not because of tornadoes, but actually for damaging wind gusts, mostly between 60 and 70 mile per hour winds being a possibility overall. Let's see here. Got a tornado in a bottle light for my birthday. Nice, Brooklyn. Nice. Wendy says, wonderful stream. Everyone's so nice. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Appreciate it. Glad to have you here, my friend. Let's see. I live in Carbondale, Illinois. Gotcha. So, yeah, Carbondale. Yep, right there. So, yeah, you are in the level 3, my friend. Once again, the reason you're in a level 3 threat, the reason they upgraded you is because of, like I was saying, because of the hail, right? Honestly, just forgot. No, damaging winds. Sorry. Damaging winds. Let's see here. Pat Evans says, wondering with all this crazy weather, the airport will close in Dallas-Fort Worth. I don't think so, man, honestly, because, to Dallas, this is just a typical spring day, honestly. I mean, it's a slight risk, which is, nothing super, super crazy across Dallas. While there's a decent shot for a couple of strong to severe storms, this is not some rare event for Dallas. I mean, this happens a lot. Every year it happens. Now, for the areas in the orange, yeah, that's where it's a little more concerning. That's like the areas that we really need to watch is across the orange. I mean, of course, the yellow too, and even green. But for to shut down the airports, I don't think so. The most they'll probably do is delay some flights if we have a bad storm going through Dallas. Planes, as they come in, if there's a big storm, they'll actually go around the storm because those updrafts for those storms and downdrafts can seriously be bad for aircraft. And there could just be a delay. They could have go-arounds until it's all clear, and then they'll land. So, yeah. I don't think it'll close the airport, though, honestly. Like I said, at most, probably just some delays, for storms coming in. All right, let's see here. Let's see. What's Huntsville, Alabama looking like for Tuesday? Gotcha, my friend. So for Tuesday, let's see here. So for April 2nd here, my friend. Huntsville's in a level 2 threat. Like I was explaining here, there is no breakdown regarding the tornado threat or the damaging winds or the hail threat right now. But what I can tell you is that there is a level 2 threat out of 5. Still kind of on the lower side of the scale, but there's a decent shot here for the possibility of a few strong to severe storms. What I can tell you regarding percentages is that there's a 15% chance within 25 miles of you of a severe storm happening as a collective between large hail, damaging winds, and tornadic activity. But luckily the wind shear is weaker in our lower atmosphere throughout some of these areas, so I don't think there's going to be any super, super crazy tornadic activity. I mean, there could still be a couple in some areas, but, it's not going to be as crazy as it is expected to be up north. But we'll see. What do I think is more dangerous, hail or damaging winds? I mean, they're both dangerous in their own way, Alex. I mean, it just depends on the magnitude of each. I mean, mixing those two together can be a big problem, too. I mean, wind-driven hail, that's a possibility out of some storms even. I mean, not just one. It's not just going to happen one at a time. There's a possibility that we could get, winds and hail at the same time. Wind-driven hail. So you got these big massed stones moving at quick velocities. That could be pretty impactful. So yeah, you really can't compare the two, man. I mean, it just depends on a lot of things. You're welcome, Rob. No problem. So Asher for Tennessee. Yeah, so Tuesday's the big day, my friend. Most of Tennessee's in that level 2 threat. Once again, there's no breakdown for this day yet. So for Tuesday, obviously central a lot of really just a yellow area here in Tennessee, and of course the green. I mean, the entire state of Tennessee is in some form of risk regarding severe weather, but the greatest is across the yellow. Once again, percentages right now are not available for this day, but tomorrow we'll know more about that. Jacob says Terre Haute, Indiana. Got you, my friend. So for Terre Haute, let's see if I'm even in the right spot here. Where is Terre Haute? Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so yeah, you, my friend. Tomorrow, yeah, you're in that level 2 threat, my friend. Actually, a little bit of a heads up towards you, my friend, Jacob. Heads up to you, man, because there's actually a storm heading towards Terre Haute, as you can actually see. This is real time, by the way. This is actually now. Look out for hail, because this storm has had a big history of producing hail. You can see all those hail reports behind it. And it might just skim you to the south, but it's going to be a close call, man. It's going to be a pretty close call. You're going to be near it. But yeah, so watch out there for that. It'll probably be there within the next, probably the next hour, 2 hours or so. Just a bit of a heads up. But yeah, for tomorrow, though, regarding severe weather, we got a 2% chance for tornadoes, hail 15%, and, damaging winds 15%. So just, slight risk. Just look out for a couple strong to potentially severe storms overall. But yeah. Let's see. What about Branson, Missouri? So I don't know where Branson's at, my friend, but you can look at Missouri here on the map. You can see, like I said, there's 4 different shades. You got the light green, which is just a thunderstorm threat. You got the dark green, which is, a small chance for severe weather. You got the yellow, which is a decent chance. And then you got the orange, which is a pretty big chance for severe weather. So, whatever level you are in, that basically corresponds to your threat, essentially. So just look at the map. You should be able to tell where you're at on the map, and it's pretty simple. If not, you should learn where you're at on the map. So let's see here. What's up, MP? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Let's see. Is Bloomington, Indiana, going to get hit by that cell? It'll probably pass to the south, honestly, if you look at it. So follow it. Well, actually, you know what? No, it looks like it's going a little more east than I thought. There's a chance. Yeah. Unless it changes directions last minute, which, is theoretically possible if it runs into a different shear level. It's possible. But yeah, no, it's going towards Bloomington. So I'll keep an eye on our radar just to make sure. Let's see here. Is Arkansas, Russellville, okay, can you tell me please? So crazy, regarding Arkansas, the biggest threat here for tomorrow is going to be on the northwestern side. The biggest threats out there by like Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Bentonville, Harrison, and like towards Cotter area. We got ourselves a level 2 threat, which is, once again, a decent chance for a few strong to severe storms. And then, the dark green is a lower chance for severe weather, but it's still theoretically possible. And of course, like I said, that light green, just a thunderstorm shot. A couple strong, potentially severe storms. Or sorry, a couple strong, no severe storms across the area here. So, let's see here. Branson's under Springfield. Oh, okay. So yeah, Branson. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're in the level 3 threat, my friend. So you're in some of the heavy stuff. So just keep an eye out there for it. Straight line winds. Yeah, so that's actually going to be one of the problems there. Once again, guys, the main problem is not tornadoes today or tomorrow. Tomorrow. The main threat is going to be between damaging winds and hail, actually. And like I was showing you guys here, for hail, we got a pretty large 30% chance area. And like I said, regarding significant hail, we got this area here. So for this whole circle here, guys, so basically portions of like northern Texas, we got ourselves like, let's see, Oklahoma on the central kind of eastern side here, northwestern Arkansas, southeastern Kansas, and like central and southwestern Missouri. This area here, y'all, is, like I was saying, this is what we call the hatch risk or the significant risk regarding hail threats. So basically this area here, unfortunately, has a possibility of seeing hail 2 inches in diameter or larger. I mean, we're talking possibly baseball, softball size hail. I mean, pretty big hail is possible tomorrow across those areas. So just a bit of a heads up. But, like I was saying, the probability of hail, you can see that there is still some of the 15% that's in that hatch risk. But, across the orange, That's where the greatest probability is at. So, yeah, once again, out there by like Tulsa, just shy of Oklahoma City. I mean, we got a little area by Fayetteville, northwest Arkansas, southeast Kansas by Parsons. And, of course, we got like portions of Missouri, too, towards the central and in the southwestern side here of the state. So, yeah, no, that's definitely, that is definitely a pretty decent shot for hail. So, bit of a heads up there for that. Christian, so for Indiana, my friend, like I was saying, Indiana, it has kind of a widespread threat regarding, or a difference, I should say, of a threat. So for Tuesday, like I said, for really between Monday and Tuesday, actually, for southern Indiana, we got ourselves that enhanced risk, which is that level 3 threat. For a lot of the central side, we got ourselves that level 2 threat, which, like I said, level 2 threats, possibility of a couple strong. The level 1, the green, is a possibility for a couple strong to potentially severe storms, but the level 2, which is the yellow, is, across that region there, that's where, greater probability of severe weather, decent shot for a couple strong to severe storms. And of course the orange, that's where we have numerous shots for that. Let's see here. Has the tornado risk decreased for southwest Missouri? Earlier, I think we did have a 10% risk. I don't remember if that's in southwest Missouri or not. But not much has changed since I was live earlier. It's still a big 5% throughout the state of central and southern Missouri. Really across that brown area, guys, it's a 5% chance of having a tornado within 25 miles there of a given location there. The storms Tuesday have a lot of cake. There's a decent amount of instability on some of those out there by Kentucky. We'll keep an eye out there for. Let's see. I got to go to my 35 state third. Let's see. Hold on. 35th was Arkansas. Oh, I got to go to my 35th state Thursday. Nice, man. That's cool. Let's see. Gonna try to get as many questions as I can here. Let's see. Diane says, "What about northeast Kansas?" So for northeastern Kansas, my friend, we really don't have much going on here. For Kansas, it's really only the southeastern side that has a threat. The more southeast you go into Kansas, that's where the greater the probability increases. So overall regarding, like I said, northeastern Kansas, like you were talking about, the odds are, really not high. There's still a possibility of a couple of strong once again, a couple of normal to strong thunderstorms, but not supposed to be severe. So you should be fine, my friend. You should be good. Let's see here, because it was a 10% earlier. Yeah, well then, they did downgrade. They removed that 10% risk overall. Like I said, I think there's a lot of lack of confidence in the models is why they removed that. Could be wrong, of course. I definitely could be wrong, but I'm not entirely sure why they did that or not. But let's see here. But anyways, let's see. I'm very interested in history and geography. Nerd for it. I hear you, man. I hear you. Let's see. So do I predict it'll just be hail, lightning, heavy winds for my area? So there still is that shot for, like I said, a couple tornadoes within the surrounding state here. From where you're at, there's still a possibility of tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. And like I was saying, between damaging winds and hail, that's the biggest threats overall. Actually hail following damaging winds and then tornadoes. That's your, in order list regarding, tornadic activity. Severe activity. So tornadoes actually in third place, damaging winds second, and then hail first place. That's kind of the main concern. So I honestly thought in eastern Kentucky they couldn't have tornadoes because of many hills. Yeah, that's actually a big myth there, Melvin. So even places with hills and mountains can still have tornadoes. It's just sometimes, in some cases, it's not as likely because the geography actually disrupts that lower level wind flow, lower level wind shear, which compared to a flat terrain, there's not much ground friction, not as much ground friction. Meanwhile, you have like hills and stuff like that, just disrupts that lower level flow. Let's see here. Ashley says 400 people in your life. Congrats. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just glad to be able to help as many people here, man. I mean, like I said, just super, super glad to be able to be here to, just help out a lot of people, man. I mean, it's really all I care about, y'all. Just as many people as I can help out, even if it's a couple. Like I said, as long as I'm helping out somebody, that's all I care about. And, like I said, it's entirely up to you, but if you'd like to, consider sharing this, subscribing if you haven't, and leaving a like. That way it helps spread that word out there, in which, like I said, you guys can be a big part of this as well in terms of, helping out everybody. So, but, it'd be greatly appreciated. Reason I was concerned is I started my first job 2 weeks ago, a rotation east of where I was working on spring break too. Oh, wow. Cause nerves be shot. I got you, man. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out there for it, Master Sword. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be live for this event throughout most of the day. So if anything crazy happens, I'll be live to cover it. So just tune in. If you have any questions, I'll be there, to answer anything you might have. We're not expecting much in way of tornadoes. I bet you under some pretty decent sized hail. Yeah, there's possibility. Like I said, obviously regarding everything, there's, possibility for everything. Tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds. Like I was saying, hail is kind of the main concern tomorrow, following that damaging wind threat. And then, of course, like I was saying, regarding the tornado probability. So, yeah. Diane says, thank you. No problem. What's up, Mom? How are you doing? My mom's in the chat now. Mom, we have had some very, very sweet people join this stream today. I'm honestly blown away. You guys, we've had a lot of donations tonight, and I'm super thankful for you guys. Dude, I'm still blown away, man. I'm literally lost for words after all the support you guys have done for me today. Y'all have no idea just how thankful I am. I mean, boy, is this Thanksgiving? Because I tell you, I'm pretty thankful. But yeah, especially big shout out to Joseph and then Jobama and then Proxy, of course. And like I said, it's just amazing, you guys, and obviously everybody else too who supported us. It's just very thankful for you guys, and I appreciate it very much. Let's see. Why can't we get a nice sunny day? I hear you, man. It's been... Unfortunately, it's storm season. Like I said, unfortunately, it's storm season, but just stuff like this happens, man. Just typical part of the year, unfortunately. Let's see here. I remember when you used to get 40 viewers max in streams back in the early 2023. Good growth. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Can't thank anybody else than you guys, y'all. Let's see. Impactus says, what can Terre Haute, Indiana see in the next couple of days? So, yeah. Out there by Terre Haute, actually, first of all, let me tell you this. Right now, coming up here, there's actually a cell just to your west, my friend. Just to your west. And just a little bit of a heads up to you, because this storm has had a big trail of hail, as you can actually see. All those hail reports. That's not all of them. Look at this. Look at all those hail reports that one storm has produced. I mean, you just had that continuous warning. They've been warning that storm for a long time. But yeah, just a bit of a heads up there towards Terre Haute. There's a good amount of hail on that potentially. They did downgrade it to quarter size hail though, so it did lose a little bit of its oomph. But anyways, so for tomorrow, we do have a slight risk here, level 2 threat, 2% tornado threat. Pretty low odds. You just got to watch out for a little bit of hail, maybe a little bit of damaging wind gusts being, a theoretical possibility, but it's not a super, super, super crazy threat there. See, Michael, dude, coming in here with a $2 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Happy Resurrection Sunday, everyone. You too, Michael. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the support. Big shout out goes to you, man. And once again, at the end of the live stream, I'm going to go through all the donations today, guys. Just give you all a big thank you, because I'm truly thankful for all of you guys' support today. Like I said, y'all are amazing. I love all of y'all, and I'm super thankful for it. So thank you all once again. But thank you, Michael. Appreciate it, man. Can I check cloud cover on Eclipse Day? I mean, it's a little far out still, my friend, honestly. We're getting a little closer. I mean, we're still a little over a week away. But, when it comes to it, let's see. I'll go ahead and show you, though. I mean, just because y'all are probably wondering. I'm going to let you all know this. This is going to change. I'm going to tell you now, this will change, okay? But we work our way down in time here for Eclipse Day. Models are still showing mostly cloudy skies. I hate to tell you all that. Yeah, but basically throughout like southern plains, Midwest, it's mostly cloudy. Break throughout the Ohio Valley there. Maybe a little clouds in the Northeast, but, you know, kind of on and off clouds. But remember, far from final. I mean, this is still over a week away. Let's try the Euro. ECMWF here, and let's see what that shows us. Let's see. We're going to have to drop to 12 Zulu here. Let's see here. See, what about Pennsylvania? All right, we'll get to that here in a second, my friend. Just finish up here. Honestly, there's a little bit of similarities here, though. I'm not going to lie. So having the southern plains pretty overcast with clouds, but the Ohio Valley, bits of the Northeast looks pretty clear. We'll see, though. Like I said, remember, disclaimer, that is still too far to look to be 100% sure, okay? So, like I said, if you see something you don't like here, just know there's still a lot of time for it to change, okay? But, yeah, just a little bit of a look. I'm glad they added the totality there, that whole path. That's pretty neat. Dude, the other day when I first figured that out, I was in shock, dude. I was like, wow, look at that. It's so cool. Let's see here. But yeah, Pennsylvania. So tomorrow, okay, here's the thing. Tomorrow, there's a possibility we could get a couple of storms in like southwestern and southern Pennsylvania. They're not supposed to be severe tomorrow, though. Okay, they're not supposed to be severe. However, day after that, out there by like central and southern Pennsylvania here, this is for April 2nd. Like I said, my birthday here, of course, of all days. So April 2nd, throughout central and southern Pennsylvania, there is a threat. Once again, right now, there's no breakdown regarding the exact probabilities between tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. But I can tell you there is a risk. The more south you go into Pennsylvania, the greater the threat. But that's still a subject to change because this is still a couple days away. So we'll see. Let's see. Impact says, let's see, I had to live through April 3rd, 2023, Sullivan, Indiana, EF3. Wow, man. I'm just glad you're okay, man. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm just realizing the storm system is quite huge. Oh, dude, it's a big storm system. Heck yeah, it is, man. I mean, look at this. So here's tomorrow's threat alone. I mean, look how massive this is. This is the United States here. I mean, this is just tomorrow. Look how big that is, right? And then April 2nd, look how big of an area that is. So it's like, wow, dude. Like I said, it's a big area, man. So I'm saying there's a lot of people at risk, and it's going to be a busy next couple days for us. So, but I'll be here for y'all. Let's see here. Dorothy says you're the best. Right back at you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. I wish the storm's away. I wish I could there, Pat. I wish I had more power on that. Let's see here. Are we gonna be getting anything here? In Florida, as of now, there's no risk from the Storm Prediction Center regarding it. I am, however, let's hop to models. Let's hop to models here. So as of now, the models do show a little bit of instability, working its way across the Atlantic coast here, in which for April 3rd, for Wednesday, there's going to be that frontal passage regardless of severe weather or not, but there could be some instability still available with decent wind shear, which could allow for some storms nearby. So although there's no risk for it right now, but yeah. Let's see here. Maple says, hi in WW. I have some feedback on your videos. I think you should make your intros a little more calmer and upload more severe weather forecasts. My intro's more calmer? What do you mean by calmer? They're not like screaming. I'm not screaming. How calmer can I be? If I'm any more calmer, it's going to be pretty dangerous. What you mean by that? Also, videos take a long time, guys. Y'all don't realize for like a 5-minute video, it takes like 4 hours for me to make. And they're not even that good. I mean, it's like, yeah. Let's see here. But anyways, yeah, back over to Florida. Like I said, just really the U.S. East Coast in general, like towards the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida. While it does look like there is still ingredients left over for severe thunderstorm activity, once again, there's no risk as of now. I wouldn't be surprised if we did have some severe weather on Wednesday too. I wouldn't be. Let's see here. Just curious to know what the fire weather outlook for this week. Let's look. Haven't really looked at it, honestly. Oh, wow. Yeah, got 2 critical days. So today, wow, big fire conditions by western Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma. After that, here for tomorrow, Monday, we got ourselves another risk across western Texas. And, yeah, a couple little areas here and there, but really today is like the big day regarding that, but nothing super, super, super wild. Let's see here. I think you could do great with videos if you push yourself to do it. Could pay off. And thanks, man. Oh my gosh, Helmore. That would actually be pretty funny. Let's see here. Music you have in your live stream fire, to be honest. Thanks, Brooklyn. Appreciate it. I think it's okay. Yeah, the reason why we have like that intro music and the countdown is so that I can make sure stream health is good and I can make sure I have everything ready to presentate. Because these streams are basically just a big unplanned, semi-unplanned presentation. Yeah. What's pretty crazy about it too is that like in real life, you would not surprise this. You would honestly like think I'm wild for this. In real life, I have like crazy stage fright, right? But looking at a camera, seeing I have 300 viewers right now, I mean, I know there's 300 plus people looking at me right now, but it's like it's a different feeling. It's weird. Now, if this was in real life, dude, I would couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. It's just weird. It's just a mental thing. Anyways, y'all, off topic here. But yeah, so once again, y'all, this is the threat here for tomorrow. Once again, we got the 3 levels of severity. We got the level 1 across the green here, which is the marginal risk overall. We got the level 2 across the yellow, and of course, like I said, the orange, which is the biggest threat regarding tomorrow's activity. They did have a 10% risk. Like I said, regarding tornadoes, they did remove it. They downgraded that. But, like I said, 5% risk. I mean, still a pretty broad risk, I should say. A very large risk. But just know, like I was saying, guys, once again, just know that just given, for an example, we'll use that area. So within 25, terrible drawing there. There we go. So within 25 miles of a given point here, like I said, the odds are very low of you specifically getting a tornado. So there's a 5% chance within 25 miles of you overall. That is a very low probability. But, like I said, as a collective, as a whole, this whole outlook area here, there's a pretty good probability. Can't see our faces, so that makes sense. Yeah. I guess also that and, like, the comfort of home, I guess, between those two, it just... Plus not hearing anybody, too. It's like, that's different. I have stage fright, too. Yeah, it's common. It's common, honestly. It's just a big mental thing, y'all. I mean, honestly, that's just... The more I think about it, the more I learn. It's like, it's not bad. It's the same. What time does storms hit Cincinnati? Gotcha. Yeah, let's hop back to models here, y'all. Let's see here. We're going to bring y'all to the HRRR. But yeah, no, we actually... Oh, hold on. We didn't check the Zero Zulu run, did we? No, we did not. Oh, gosh. We have a new model run to look at now. I've been chatting for so long, I totally forgot about the new run. All right, so Cincinnati, honestly, tomorrow afternoon, honestly, like even tonight, there could be a few little pop-up showers. Nothing super, super wild, though. But the big stuff's not supposed to start happening probably, honestly, until like the evening tomorrow, it looks like. As you can see, there's multiple shots for severe weather. Wow, look at that. Holy cow. You don't see that every day. You don't see a supercell rolling through southeast Virginia every day. I used to live in Virginia. I mean, this is like a... I can already tell that's weird. Anyways, yeah, let's hop to Texas. Let's see when initiation. Right? Yeah, still the same, man. Models, I tell you what, the HRRR at least has been on it for the last several runs since like at least 12 Zulu earlier today. So 2 long runs of HRRR ago. You can see right around 22 Zulu, which, like I was saying, 0 Zulu is 8 Eastern, 7 Central, so subtract 2 hours from that. So 5. Yeah, 5 Central time. This is roughly. So basically late afternoon, early evening is whenever, we start to get all that thunderstorm activity, that, the big stuff happening. So, but let me remind you, though, before all that stuff occurs, like I was saying, we're actually watching the stuff across the Ohio Valley start, probably before that. So, we'll definitely keep an eye out there for it. Let's see here. Carissa says, Happy Easter, everyone. You too, Carissa. Thanks for joining. We got Skylark coming in here with a $20 super chat, man. Thank you so much, Skylark. You are awesome, dude. Saying, I love your intros. Cool music, too. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Big shout out goes to you, Skylark. That is very sweet of you. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that, my friend. That's very sweet. You guys are super sweet. Like I said, I love y'all. Thank you for the support. You guys, like I said, really helped me out a lot, guys. And I can't thank y'all more than enough. But Skylark, dude, huge shout out to you. That is super sweet of you. I'm gonna go ahead and go on my YouTube here. I'm gonna leave a heart for you. I'm gonna heart all these real quickly. It's the least I could do. I mean, seriously, you guys are awesome. Once again, much love to you guys. There you go. I had to heart all those super chats. But thank you so much, Skylar. You're awesome. I appreciate that. Is there anything I can do for you? Please let me know. Let's see here. Once again, thank you. I live in the Ohio Valley. I'm pretty nervous with the next few days. ADHD and D, like I said, don't worry about it. I understand it's a little creepy. I understand it's a little nerve-wracking. But, like I said, we'll get through this together, my friend. Like I said, I'll be live most of tomorrow as long as I physically can. With a lot of breaks, though. I'm telling myself this time I'm taking breaks no matter what. Okay, so I need some break time tomorrow, but I'm gonna be live as long as I possibly can. Anyways, but yeah, so I get it's a little nervous or a little nerve wracking. But like I said, I got y'all. I'm gonna help y'all out as much as I possibly can, and like I said, on the live streams tomorrow, I'll let you know. Obviously, if there's a tornado warning, I'll let you know. When it expires, where it's going towards, all that information. I'll let you guys know. Like I said, I got you. No reason to be scared. And like I was saying earlier today, I haven't said this in a while. So I have homework for you. I know you're like, oh, great homework. Yeah, I know, but this is very important, guys. So what I want you to do tonight, if you haven't already, as soon as we get off the live stream, or while we're live right now, if you want to, don't hold it off. Don't hold it off. Do it tonight. Make sure you do it tonight. So what I want you to do is, if you don't know already, find where you're going to go in case if there's a tornado warning. Okay, so if you have a basement, storm cellar, there you go. That's where you want to go. But if you do not, like a lot of houses don't have basements or storm cellars, go to the centralmost interior portion of your home. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. So find that closet or bathroom that's in the center of your home that has a lot of walls between yourself and the outside. That's your spot you want to go to. I'm not done yet. So for your homework, I want you to find that spot, and I want you to get together a few things, okay? I want you to get a first aid kit. I want you to get a pair of shoes for each person. I want you to get some water, some important documents, optional weather radio if you have one, flashlight, and you should be good to go. Put that in your safe spot. That way, like I said, in case if there's a tornado warning or something crazy happens that you need to take shelter for, that, my friends, will be there. Like I said, so all you got to do is if you get that warning, just go straight to that spot and hold out there until it's over. But that's your homework, guys. Don't wait. Don't hold it off till it's too late, man. Do it today before you forget, too. I'm very bad at doing that. I'm very bad at forgetting things and forgetting to do them. But don't be me. Don't be me. Make sure you do it. Make sure you do it and do it as soon as possible. Let's see here. Chris says, Andrew, I really appreciate your homework. You don't hear that every day. Let's see, my kids are afraid of storms, and they help me prepare a safe storm space. Now they feel a lot better. There you go. See, that's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do. Yeah, just make sure that, like I said, just you have a spot and put all that stuff in there. Like I said, all your important items. I mean, that you want to save. Like I said, once again, more than likely you're not going to have to use it. I mean, more than likely nothing bad's going to happen for you guys. But, given that chance that there is, small chance in some areas, like I said, it's just better to be prepared, better to be safe than sorry. So just get that done tonight, guys. That's all I got to tell you. That's your homework for all of y'all. Just have that ready, man. Okay? Let's see. I live in a mobile home. So, yeah, that's another story. So, yeah, if you live in a mobile home, right now, search around, find a good spot to take shelter if there's a warning. Don't stay in your shelter, or don't stay in your trailer. That is the worst you can do. So, like I said, don't stay in your trailer. What you want to do is, like I said, if you live in a trailer, find a better, like a neighbor. Say if you have a neighbor's house, go in their basement, go in their safe spot. If they don't, go find a sturdier building of some sort, and go to the central part of that building. And say, for example, you're in the middle of nowhere. Okay, say you live in the middle of nowhere and you live in a trailer. The next best thing is to find a ditch. Honestly, find a ditch and cover your head. That's, if there's a tornado warning, that ditch is going to provide you a lot better protection than your trailer. I can assure you that. So that's that. Let's see here. Excellent advice. Thank you, Tiffany. But that's your homework, guys. That's what I want you all to do. Let's see here. Richard says, take it from a tornado survivor, put a decent set of work gloves in your kit. That's, yeah, good point. Good point. Do modular homes count as a trailer? Yeah, if they sit on, like a, what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I guess that would count as one of the, if it's like a normal house that's built on the ground or kind of in the ground, that counts as like a normal home. But if it's like rolled in and then set, that's still considered a trailer. At least I think that's what you're trying to talk about. Let's see here. Yeah, don't go under bridges. That's another thing. Is a lot of people think that if you go under a bridge and all that, it actually amplifies the winds rather than slows them down. So, yeah, do not go under an overpass. So, yeah, that's good advice. Whoever said that. Let's see here. All right, so let's see here. See, I'm doing great, although I ate too much today. Carissa, I am right there with you, my friend. I ate too much today. I am full. I am totally full. But anyways, y'all. So yeah, like I was saying, I want you guys to do that tonight. Okay, that's your homework. And like I was saying, yeah, here's tomorrow's tornado probability. It's a pretty widespread area. There's a possibility for a couple tornadoes as far down south as southern Texas, going through the Central Plains, Midwest, Ohio Valley here. And so, like I said, just keep an eye out there for it. The brown obviously has the greatest probability regarding severe weather potential. So just a bit of a heads up for you guys up there. We have northeastern Texas, areas mostly north of Dallas is in that 5% that cuts through central and eastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southeastern Kansas, central and southern portions here of Missouri, pretty much just southern Illinois, southern Indiana, and portions of western Kentucky. Let's see here. Best place would be a local library or place with a basement, like a hospital. Yeah, basement, like I said, if you can get underground, that's your best option to get underground. But if you don't, like I said, at that point, just find a central interior portion of your home. Let's see here. How do I feel about Missouri, Jefferson City, Missouri, tornado risk, new models on the dip? So out there for the region there, towards like, let's see, where's Jefferson City, we have the 5% risk. Honestly, regarding the latest models and stuff like that, I don't think much has changed. The good news is, we'll bring you over here. The good news is what I've noticed here, guys, is the fact that it seems like there's actually been a little bit of a downgrade. Sorry, this new model run's actually a bit of an upgrade. Wow. Okay, that's different actually, showing increased lower level wind shear with some pretty decent instability. Yeah, oh wow. Yeah, that's a little bit of an upgrade here for actually the morning of April 2nd, late the 1st. I see what you're saying now. Like I was mentioning this earlier in this live stream, and I was saying, if they were to add that 10% back, I'm not saying they will, but I think there's a possibility actually. I feel like it would include like some of these areas, mostly throughout like eastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, central and like southwestern Missouri. I think that would be the greatest chances for tornadoes tomorrow. And then, of course, given April 2nd, like I was talking about, I kind of feel like regarding the tornado threat here for April 2nd, aka my birthday here, it seems like, I don't know if the models are still really supporting that or not. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, they still are, showing an amplified lower level jet from that surface low that kicks up across the Ohio Valley. So we got a strong lower level low pressure system, because that's the thing. A lot of people don't know the difference, because there's low pressure systems that develop in our upper atmosphere, and there's some that develop in our lower atmosphere. And this is what we call a lower level, or a surface low, meaning that this low pressure system is sitting on the surface of the planet. So, but due to this, we get amplified lower level winds throughout the Ohio Valley here, mixing in with a pretty big amount of instability. So that leads me to believe that for April 2nd, some of those areas by like Ohio and Kentucky is probably going to be in some of the heaviest tornadic activity. I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Let's see. Bug says, thank you for going live, Andrew, and everyone stay safe in storms. Well, you're very welcome, my friend. Like I said, I told y'all I'd be here for a little while today. It's actually our second live stream we've done today. But like I said, I wanted to be here for a while today. And like I said, it's going to be a long day tomorrow. I can assure you that one. Long day, April 2nd, too. It's just, it's going to be a long next couple of days. But like I said, it's worth it. If there's any shot I can help potentially save lives, that's what we're going to do, man. That's what we're going to do. Even if it's helping out a little handful of people, no matter how many people are there, as long as there is somebody I can help out, that's good enough for me. Good enough for me. Let's see here. John, you're very welcome, man. No problem. See here. I noticed it did, but it didn't seem like it had the convergence in a mid-Missouri, so I was wondering what your take was on the new outlook was. Yeah. When did they actually update that outlook? I'm curious now. Let's see here. I don't know when they update to 06 Zulu. Okay, so it's almost 03 Zulu. So in about 3 hours and 15 minutes roughly. So 2 a.m., right? 2 a.m. Eastern? I think that's when we get the new outlook there. But I'm not going to be live then. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to be asleep. I need to get rest before this event here. But yeah, we'll have the new outlook by then, by 2 a.m. Eastern. So go on the SPC's website, spc.noaa.gov. If you're still up at 2 a.m., and you can check that, see the outlook or the update they've done. So yeah, for day 3, like I was talking about for Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I think theoretically, like I was talking about, there could be some remaining instability in some kinematic, so basically wind shear, that could still be available throughout the eastern coast out there by the Atlantic coast here, in which April 3rd, the afternoon, maybe evening, I think there could be a little bit more severe weather activity out there. Now, there's no risk right now, per se. There's no actual, like I said, there's no actual risk right now for those areas, but we'll just watch and see. Norman says, what's Roanoke, Virginia looking like for April 2nd? So, yeah, so you guys, actually, let's hop y'all back up here. Yeah, so Roanoke, let's see, there's Roanoke. So, yeah, you're in a level 1, actually. Yeah, you're in a level 1 marginal risk here. So honestly, you're not in that big of a threat. Although there is a possibility for an isolated, strong to potentially severe storm. That could potentially happen. So definitely, possibility. So the odds, once again, are not super, super, super wild, but there is a little bit of a threat there. Let's see here. I've always been curious. Do the National Weather Service people take shifts? From what I understand, there's three batches of people that come in. So you got shift number 1, which is like morning, going to shift number 2, which is like evening, and then the shift level 3, which is nighttime, and it's just a big cycle. Let's see here. Boxer says, I love your videos. Thank you. Also, will the weather be in Philadelphia? Let's see. So, yeah. So, for April 2nd, we also have a little marginal risk here, level 1 threat. Once again, I mean, nothing super, super wild, but just an isolated chance, pretty low chance for strong to potentially severe storm. So, we'll see. Let's see here. 71 here in Louisville at this time. Feels like bad weather. Yeah, you notice that the humidity goes up because, what's essentially happening right now is we're getting a lot of what we call northerly advection. So a lot of that moisture, a lot of those higher dew points and all that warm air starts rushing from the Gulf, bringing in a lot of warm air and a lot of water vapor. Shoots straight up into the country, which is basically setting up that warm sector for the severe weather event. Let's see here. Bill, I'm not trying. I didn't mean to skip you, man. Like I said, there's almost 400 people here. It's kind of hard to keep up with everybody in chat. Let's see if I can go find your comment. Northeast Ohio. So yeah, Northeast Ohio as of now depends on exactly where you're at in Northeast Ohio. But honestly, like I said, as of now, I'm not too confident on Northeast Ohio right now because the models are still really hopping around for this region. So we'll see. But yeah, I would keep an eye out there for, Northeastern Ohio. So, see, Yard Dad says, thank you for your service. I'm not like in the military or anything like that. You don't have to say it that way. But I appreciate your kind words, my friend. Like I said, it's not like I'm in the military. But so I do what I can to help, man. I do what I can to help, but I appreciate y'all. Let's see. Are the National Weather Service regional offices always staffed even when there's not any crazy weather? Yeah. Well, I don't think there's as many people. I actually have a friend that works at the Weather Service up in Virginia. And he, from what he told me a while ago, whenever there's a big day, they have more people to man the computers, and there's less people during like an off day, such as like a high pressure day, with big dome of big ridging. Typically not much going on at that point. A lot of sunshine, not really too busy. So, but yeah, no, there's more people typically during the bigger events. Let's see here. Carissa says, please like the video and share it on social media. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's also a great way to support Andrew. Thank you, Carissa. Like I said, if you guys could, I'm not one of those YouTubers that's like, subscribe right now. No. But if you want to subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Not only for you, but it would help out the channel too, to actually tell YouTube, hey, we should recommend this channel more. So by you guys subscribing, by you guys liking and sharing, like I said, that helps boost the algorithm of YouTube, which helps get the word out there, man. I mean, like I said, by you doing that, you could really help people out. So, like I said, not for me, for you and everybody else. Consider subscribing and leaving a like and sharing. It'd be much appreciated, guys. But yeah. Let's see here. Are we really almost at 400 likes? Hold on a minute. You're kidding, right? There is no 350 likes. Holy cow, you guys. Thank y'all so much. We're actually 3 subscribers away from 24.2K. That's crazy, man. Thank y'all once again for your support. Much love to you guys. Like I said, I promise you, I'll do the best I can to help keep y'all weather aware. I mean, like I said, we're here every day. We usually stream every day, regardless of severe weather or not, just to give y'all updates and stuff. So, like I said, we're here for you. Yeah, we just hit 2 hours of being live on the stream. Here pretty soon, guys. Not right now, but here pretty soon. I think I'm going to call it a stream because, like I said, I got to rest up for tomorrow. You know, if I'm going to be live for several hours tomorrow, I need to get the rest. So, here pretty soon, I'd say within the next, I don't know, just here soon. Whenever I'm like, okay, I'm going to head off here. Not yet. Like I said, I'll stay on for a little bit longer, but you know, whenever it comes to it, here pretty soon, I'm going to head off because I need to get rest for tomorrow because it's going to be a long day, y'all. Let's see here. Peoria, Illinois. Where is that at? There it is. So, yeah, tomorrow, you're barely even in that severe risk, my friend. You're right on the edge of that marginal. So, the odds of getting severe weather is, like I said, pretty low. There is that isolated chance for a strong to potentially severe storm. So, I mean, I keep an eye out there for it. But, oh, I just realized they removed that warning. Whoa, what's going on here? My program is glitching. There we go. Yeah, they removed that warning, though, for that one cell. Looks like it's kind of faded out a little bit. But yeah, the odds, severe weather, pretty low. Pretty low. Let's see here. Carissa says, so grateful for this amazing community. Y'all are so generous, kind, and friendly group on YouTube. Thank you, Carissa. And honestly, I don't care what anyone says. We have the best community on YouTube. Weather community on YouTube. I can tell you that a million times over. Like I said, the amount of support you guys have given me, like I owe you guys so much. And like, honestly, seriously, y'all, I couldn't ask for any better audience. I'm not even joking. I love all of you guys, every single one of you. I care about you. I love you guys. And like I said, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here as your leader to work your way through this. And like I said, we'll get you through this. Like I said, obviously days of severe weather, we'll be live as long as I can. And days leading up to severe weather, I will, continue to give you all latest updates and stuff. But honestly, I really couldn't ask for anybody better. So thank y'all. Much love to you. Let's see here. Only pulling all-nighter. I'm not doing that, my friend. I can tell you that. Like I said, I need to get rest here soon for tomorrow. We have 380. We're pretty close. Yeah, we're getting there, man. We're getting there. We're 30. Well, no, I can't even do math. 20 away. 20 likes away from reaching 400. It's wild, man. Thank you, guys. Let's see here. Let's see. Would I be able to tell me what that look for? Misty, can you give me a state and a side to the state? Like I said, specific zip codes I've realized, like, they take so long. If you like telling me, for example, like Eastern Missouri, I can be like, oh, okay, Eastern Missouri. And I'll just show you the general area and you can look on the map for where you're at. That way for people also in surrounding areas, they can see that too. Let's see, I remember Andrew did it once and it was wild. Oh, dude, that wasn't too long ago. That was this year. Yeah. I think we did like 10 hours. I think it was like 3-4 weeks ago, maybe. I think we did like 10 hours of plus another 1 or 2 hours after that. So, yeah, we were live for a while. Can't wait for a day when we get sun. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, y'all. I can show you something that'll show you a light at the end of the tunnel. The good thing is, let me bring you over here real quick. The good thing is that after this big system rolls through, we're going to get this dome of high pressure building in the back, which is going to allow for things to be relatively calm. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, guys. There is. I get it's a little scary, but like I said, we'll be here for you. Let's see. What's the thermodynamics look like, says Aiden. So, like I was saying, it just depends on exactly where we're talking about. But models, it seems like they've uptrended a little bit. Like regarding the Cape, regarding the... I mean, out there by, like, the Ohio Valley, or sorry, by the Central Plains, we got nearly 3,000 joules per kilogram of instability out there. But it also seems like it's increased. I mean, not just across the Central Plains, but also the Ohio Valley too. Showing most of the area over 1,000 joules per kilogram. And once again, that's more than enough instability to get things going here. I mean, it's a pretty good amount. And like I said, with that surface low developing and our increased amplified lower level jet there, I mean, like I said, we got a pretty big an increase in winds there. Plus with that instability, like that big unstable atmosphere, like I was talking about. I mean, mixing those two together can get some serious organizations going on. So, let's see here. So B Will, appreciate it, man. Thank you for liking and subscribing. So yeah, here's Illinois. Like I was saying, for Illinois here tomorrow, we do have ourselves, like I said, we have ourselves 3 risks. Actually, there's 4 colors. So across this color here, there's a possibility for a couple thunderstorms. Nothing severe expected across the light green. So, Chicago area, don't worry about it. Central side there towards Illinois, out there by like Peoria, see portions by Danville, Clayton, is that Beardstown, Macomb. So those areas there, there's a small chance for an isolated severe storm or 2. Now, further south of that, we got areas by like Charleston, see Carlinville, Campsville, Effingham, Robinson, see Sorrento and Godfrey. This region is a little bit more of a concern there. So, the probability of seeing severe weather is a little bit higher in the yellow compared to the green. And then, of course, we work way into the orange, which that's, where there's more of a widespread chance for severe weather. So you could probably tell where you're at based off the map. So once again, low threat, kind of our middle threat, or high threat for tomorrow. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. We made it to 400 likes. I can't believe that, y'all. You guys are awesome. Thank you all seriously for your support, dude. I can't thank you all more than enough. Like, seriously, you guys are amazing. I'm truly, truly thankful for y'all. So again, thank you, Prophecy, Jobama. Let's see here, and Skylar. Oh yeah. Yes, seriously, big shout out to all of our supporters, dude. I mean, even just if you're watching, if you're just sitting here with us, thank you. But yeah, so like I was saying, that's kind of what we're looking out there for. And of course, we work over here into April 2nd. Like I said, the threat goes all the way down towards the Gulf Coast. We got that level 2 threat across the yellow throughout portions like, I'm losing my mind. I got to head off here soon, y'all. So out there by like northern Alabama, northeastern Mississippi, and portions of the Ohio Valley, the portions actually the Mid-Atlantic's in the slight risk here tomorrow too. So, Tuesday. Now, yeah, out there by like southern Ohio, portions like western West Virginia, a lot of Kentucky here. A lot of Kentucky out there. We'll be in the risk here for April 2nd. So, once again for Tuesday's commute, heads up to these areas here. Let's see here. 500. What are you talking about, Caleb? Nobody better not do that. That's too much, man. But yeah, so once again, for what it comes to Tuesday, I really, like I said, considering the models and what they've been showing lately, I have a feeling like the heaviest tornadic activity is going to actually be out there towards like southern Ohio and portions of Kentucky. And once again, we'll hop back to models here for tomorrow, in which that load develops, that surface load develops there. And I hate to say this, guys, but I have a feeling that tornado threat might be increasing a little bit towards areas by like Missouri and all those regions there. Because like I said, we have an increased lower level jet there. Increased lower level jet there by Missouri in the latest NAM. It really just depends, like I said, obviously with the models and if they continue to trend that. But but comparing this model to the previous run, it's not as strong. And the previous run before that, let's see, the 12 Zulu, you can see there's not much of a strong jet at all. So going from not much lower level wind shear in that run to the recent run, big difference. big difference in which, like I was saying, there's a little bit more concern there. So let's just keep an eye on it. Eastern Oklahoma tomorrow, like southwestern portions of Missouri. I think that's where the heaviest tornadic activity is going to be. So we'll see. Let's see here. Alexandria says, hi. I'm not sure if you answered this. How do I feel about the tornado outlook for St. Louis? Got you, my friend. So, yeah, I don't know if you already knew what you're in, but I think, honestly, it's relatively good where it's at. We have a 5% chance regarding the tornado probability here for tomorrow for you guys out there by St. Louis. So, yeah, we got ourselves a 5% chance, okay? So we'll keep an eye out there for that. We'll definitely watch out there for it overall. And like I said, for one specific area, getting a tornado in that 5% chance is still very low. So like I said, don't stress out, don't freak out about it. But obviously, if there is a warning that gets issued, then take action. But like I said, the odds are still not that high, not super, super high across the Brown. But like I was saying, just considering of how large the Brown risk area is, or just how large that tornado area is tomorrow, overall, somebody getting a tornado, just in general of us getting tornadoes is pretty high. It is pretty high just overall as a collective. But once again, for one specific area, the odds pretty low. So that's good news anyways. But yeah, we'll see about a 10% upgrade. I don't know if they're going to do it tomorrow. Once again, if they do end up upgrading that tornado threat, I have a feeling it's going to be towards some of these areas, roughly. I feel like eastern Oklahoma, portions of Missouri, we've had a little bit more of an uptrend in that wind shear. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see here. We're not gonna look at snow accumulations, Michael. Little off topic, man. We're not gonna go that far right now. Alexandria says, thank you, subscribe. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank y'all for subscribing, for liking, all of you guys, especially donators, guys. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate y'all very much. Let's see here. But yeah, we're gonna head off here pretty soon, guys. Like I said, I'm getting a little sleepy. I gotta rest up for tomorrow, considering tomorrow's the start of all this madness. So yeah, gotta be live here tomorrow. Unfortunately, well, unfortunately, what I'm saying is for the severe weather, not because I'm not trying to make that sound bad. But yeah, no, I mean it just sucks. It's such a long day worth of the potential of severe weather. But like I said, if it means that there's a possibility I could help save lives and just help out people, like I said, it's totally worth it. Let's see here. But yeah, so we'll go with the outlook here. So once again, this is the tornado probability for tomorrow. Across the dark green, like I said, 2% chance, pretty low odds. Across the brown, 5% chance, so a little bit better probability, but still the odds of you specifically getting a tornado is pretty low. In terms of hail, though, hail's where the main threat comes in, okay? So whenever it comes through, I've got a 30% chance regarding hail by like central northeastern Oklahoma, portions of like northwestern Arkansas, southeastern Kansas, central and southwestern Missouri there. We got a 30% chance, regarding hail. Now, the thing is about the hail threat, like I was saying, is that we have a hatched risk area. So across that area that's circled here, throughout portions of like northern, like I said, throughout like northern Texas, throughout central Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southeastern Kansas, and then portions out there by like central and southwestern Missouri. That area there that's highlighted, there is a chance we could have hail 2 inches in diameter or larger. So we're talking some real big hail concerns out there. Now, damaging winds, there is, like I said, we do have a pretty large threat with damaging winds as well. With the greatest probability being across the orange there, of course. Once again, by like northeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southeastern Kansas, kind of central southern Missouri, and of course like southern Illinois and a little sliver of southwestern Indiana there. Luckily, there's no significant wind threat as of now. Hopefully, it stays that way, but we will see. How bad is the tornado risk? I live in West Cincinnati. So, yeah, there's no breakdown regarding tornado probability for Tuesday, but for tomorrow, Cincinnati's got a 2% chance. So, pretty low odds. Nothing super wild per se. Let's see. I'm not going to bed. This is Caleb. I'd recommend getting some sleep, man. Let's see here. What's the probability for tornadoes in Clarksville on Tuesday? So, Chris, right now there's no breakdown in terms of probability for Tuesday. But I'll show you the risk here, like the overall probability. So that's Tennessee. I mean, you can see where you're probably at. Most of Tennessee is in that slight risk, that level 2 threat overall. So like I said, right now there's no probability. There's no breakdown regarding tornado probabilities and hail and damaging winds and stuff like that. But when it comes to it, like I was saying though, I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll learn that tomorrow though. Whenever tomorrow comes around, we'll know more about the breakdowns, more about the probabilities of seeing like severe weather and stuff like that. So anyways. But yeah, guys, we're probably going to head off here soon, y'all. Once again, I appreciate all of y'all being here. Yeah, let me go ahead and go over our donators once again, y'all, as a big thank you. Let me go and pull up our donation list here, dude, because y'all are super sweet today, man. I cannot say thank you enough. So to our donators, a big shout out goes to Zach, Proxy, obviously, Joe Obama with serious support. Same thing with Proxy too. I mean, you guys are awesome. Michael, Skylark, appreciate it. Joseph, really coming in with some support here. Brandy as well. And let's see here. I'm pretty sure that's the main donators here for this live stream. So once again, a huge shout out goes to you guys. Like I said, you guys have helped me out in more ways than you could ever imagine. And honestly, I am super thankful for it. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, you guys, thank you for all of your support. Like, you all made my night. You all really helped me out. I hope you know that, and help keep me going. With all that donations and stuff like that, because like I said, that allows me to buy these programs, allow me to pay for these programs more. Plus with taxes, taxes destroyed me this year. So unfortunately, fortunately, that'll help me out a lot too. So thank you guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Much appreciated, y'all. Much appreciated. But anyways, y'all. But yeah, if there's anything I can do for you guys, please let me know, okay? But once again, just a big thank you to our donators, y'all. Seriously, y'all are super, super sweet. Much appreciated. But anyways, y'all. But yeah, we're going to head off here now. Like I said, subscribe if you haven't. Share, like, be greatly appreciated. That way we can spread the word out there and, obviously help out as many people as possible. And, like I said, tomorrow we'll be live here. And, yeah. So Proxy says, sleep well, Andrew. See you tomorrow at the Dryline Digital. Sounds good, Proxy. Once again, thank you, Prox, for your support. Appreciate it very much. And very thankful for you, Proxy. So thank you so much. Let's see here. It's a probability for tornadoes in Illinois. So so there's no breakdown for Tuesday. But yeah, tomorrow, that's your probability. So 5% chance. Basically, Litchfield and South, we got a 5% chance. So, nothing super wild, but it's a decent chance. But once again, the odds of you specifically getting a tornado is pretty low. And of course, the dark green, 2% chance, pretty low odds overall. But yeah, nothing super, super wild. Like I said, they removed that 10%, which is good. But we'll see. Like I said, we're still waiting to see if they add it back or not. But we'll keep y'all updated. We'll get you all... I said with some live coverage tomorrow for sure. Alrighty, y'all. Well, once again, thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna go ahead and head over here to the ending screen. Like I said, if y'all have anything you want to go ahead and say to your friends, family, anybody else hanging in the chat, go ahead and say so. Guys, if you have Discord, join our Discord. It's in the description. You guys can chat with us after stream hours, and chat with me and other people in the server. So yeah, join our Discord, guys. We got some pretty cool people in there. Y'all can hang out with us and all that stuff. But anyways, y'all, once again, appreciate it. Let me go ahead and go over these donators real quickly before I start that countdown once again. I'm super thankful for y'all. Thank you guys for all your support. From the bottom of my heart, y'all. Y'all are super, super sweet. So obviously, Proxy, thank you so much. We have Zach, we have Joe Obama, Michael, Skylark. Huge shout out to you guys. And of course, we have ourselves Joseph and Brandy as well. Thank you all for your very sweet support. And once again, you guys are awesome. And thank you for all your help. And just, wow, y'all have definitely made my night tonight. So thank you, y'all. And you definitely helped me out a lot. But All right, y'all. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Like I said, we'll head off here. Stream's counting down now. We have 2 minutes left on the stream, so go ahead and say your final goodbyes and all of that. But like I said, leave a like on your way out. It'd be greatly appreciated. And subscribe if you haven't. And once again, most importantly, share this to as many people as you can. Not for channel growth. I mean, even though that would help spread the word, but it would also, help make sure that everybody's, getting the word and that it's, that you guys can be prepared for it. Thank you, Cynthia. Appreciate it. So my birthday's, April 2nd. It's not today, but I appreciate it. Like I said, April 2nd, I will be live though with you guys in order to cover, extended cover, this event here overall. Alrighty, guys. Well, stream's heading off here in about a minute. You guys take care. Once again, thank you all for being here. Thank you, guys. Thank you to the mods for modding the chat. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Thank you for subscribing, everybody. Thank you for the donations, of course. And much love to you guys. Once again, much love to you, y'all. And all right, guys. Y'all take care. Much love to you. And we'll catch you guys here in the next one being tomorrow. All right, y'all. See you in the coverage. See you in the severe weather event. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Happy Easter, y'all. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.